What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the epic League of Ancient Battle. What a great evening to be here, of course. My name is Sasuke, and alongside me is the Royal Prince Arthur.
Wow.
Brother, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm very excited to be here finally. I can't remember when's the last time we have an offline event like that. And
I think it was 2019.
Man,
what's the year? It's 2022, right? So
yeah, time flies.
Time flies.
I'm just so glad to be here back in the studio talking about some dots, and obviously not just dots. We have got a lot more surprises for you guys today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you guys have noticed, the name of the events, of course, is the EPIC LOA Battle. So, of course, there's some things that along this evening and along these 3 days we will be unveiling to you guys. But most importantly, Dota. That's what we all love, right? So, are you ready for it? You know, how's your Dota journey lately?
I mean, Dota has just been great recently, right? Because we have just finished our TI 10, and then the new season is coming. We are in the first season of DPC. I mean, it's just been a wonderful time. And we are going into the TI 11 very soon. Obviously, Major is going to come very quickly. And we are seeing a lot of Dota recently as well. There's just a lot of DPC tournaments. There's a lot of third-party tournaments as well. So it's been a great time following esports.
Yeah, last time I spoke to you, we both shared our griefs and how our Dota game has not been well. I hope there has been improvements in your experience lately. So have you gotten what you lost back? What you lost back, or?
I found my little magic here is that the lesser you play, the lesser you are gonna lose, and there's gonna be more time you are gonna enjoy Dota by watching the game. So I just feel like this is a very good time being a viewer, and I just feel like we are getting pampered. And not only there's a lot of play to earn games out there, now we can just watch games, watch streams, and we'll be able to win something as well coming out from these streams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even for today, right? Speaking about play to earn, there's a lot of things today. But before we jump into more, let's take a look at the tournament format, because we have 3 days of Dota 2 action, and that means 3 days of amazing games. And today, of course, a best of 3 between Team LOA versus the challengers. So the developers from League of Legends will take on the 5 challengers who have been with them since the beginning. So 5 lucky users get to put their foot down and show that they show their skills against the development team. So I want to ask you, do you think, just based off of zero info that we have so far from even before the draft, do you think game devs can take the cake?
I am not sure. Like you say, we have got zero info so far, which is that is making this night so much more exciting, right? Because we don't know what we are going into, and for this game, the developers, they obviously want to assert their dominance here. At the end of the day, they are the game developers, so I will expect a lot from them. Actually, I hope this is not giving them pressure, because at the end of the day, we are here to have fun.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of prizes to be given away to the winners, though, because today this is called the Clash of Alpha Beta. So if you are the winner, you will be walking away with 1 Alpha and 1 Beta capsule, and also, of course, 5,000 LA tokens for each of the winner. That is a lot of prizes for winning one build tree.
Yeah, and of course, I think some people out there are starting to get confused. What is this? What are all these capsule terms? And this is where, let me introduce you guys to this League of Ancients right here. So if you guys are thinking to yourselves, what is League of Ancients? It is basically a MOBA NFT game. We're jumping into the cryptocurrency realm, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But it's a MOBA NFT game inspired by 2 major titles in the mobile realm. We have Dota 2 and League of Legends, so this is kind of the inspiration of that. And it aspires to create an engaging community with a thriving economy, and primarily focusing on free-to-play and play-to-earn mechanics, by leveraging on the blockchain technology itself. So I want to ask you, have you been looking into blockchain?
I'm not sure, man. I'm like just Dota caster, player Dota caster. All these things is just way too hard for me. But I do think it's about time for me to study a little bit on this, because I feel like if I don't, I will left out in this current meta of the world, because everyone is talking about NFT, everyone is talking about crypto, and it's time for us to get a little bit of insight about that.
Yeah, I think as no matter how much what people think about it, I think it's going to be an inevitability pretty soon, right? But we do have something more for you guys coming up. And it's going to be the prize, the call to action. This is what we have down there. So we have a giveaway for the 10 beta capsules, and it's very easy. Find the link down in the description below, click on it, follow the instructions, and you will be able to walk away with 10 beta capsules.
Yeah, man, what's better than just watching a stream, clicking some buttons, and then getting yourself in the running of winning so many good prizes, right? And not to forget, this is gonna be your first mover advantage as well, because this game is not officially launched yet, and we'll be sharing you when is the date, a little bit of insights for you guys to reward you for being with us here. So make sure you click on the link and join the giveaway below.
Yeah, and I know across these few years I've found a way to gauge whether I am lazy or just tired. I know I'm lazy when there's a free giveaway in the description and I don't even want to bother clicking on it. So I've been able to work on that. So now when there's a giveaway, I'm always there. But obviously now I'm here, so I won't be able to join. That's one less competition for the people out there. So you guys better join and just grab it. I mean, free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
how many giveaways have you won before?
I have given a lot of giveaways before. I thought that's gonna give me some good luck whenever I go into giveaway, but unfortunately I'm just not the lucky winner. So you guys, this might be yours because there's 2 last competitions right here.
So in my whole life I've only won two giveaways that I remember, at least when it comes to gaming. The first one I got an adapter, which I didn't use because it doesn't fit any of my devices. The second one was better. It was in-game currencies. I was able to purchase myself a fancy skin. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I just look at my friends. They win like PC cases, they win like peripherals, they win like prize. I have no idea where those stuff come from, but apparently, like old Chinese saying, some people are born to work hard.
True. I'm the aura, man. Like, just speaking of skin, right? If you guys are a big fan of playing games with wonderful skins, there is also the Stick to Win contest here coming out from League of Ancients. So all you have to do is to stick some of these LOA tokens, and using the sticking mechanisms, players that stick the most will stand a chance to win a ton of skins, immortal skins, some Genesis capsules, Alpha capsules, and so Beta capsules.
Yeah, and I think with that itself, right, this thing is still going on. There's, I believe, 11 more days for the Stake to Win contest. So there is, like you pointed out, there's immortal skins, there's Genesis capsules, Alpha capsules, depending on the rank. But most importantly is if you are the within the 100th, or the 1 to 100 people to win, then you will be able to walk away with some cool prizes. And on top of that, we still have 1,000 wallets randomly selected from all the Stake to Win participants, and you will be able, and the token prize will be airdropped, the token prize to their respective wallets, and each winner will get 20 LOA tokens. And the good thing just keeps coming, and this is what I like about, I love these game devs. They just give back, they just keep giving, and that is how people get hooked. I haven't explored much yet, but now looking at all these prizes, I feel like I'm really missing out on a lot.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not checking this League of Ancients game out, you are definitely missing a lot, because the game developer, they focus on this free-to-play where they believe that every single gamer can earn like a professional player, and there's no upfront needed as well at all, and it's basically all free, and all you have to do is to spend a little bit of time, have fun, and there is a lot of prizes for you to take away from this game.
Yeah, and of course there are certainly some like conditions, right? You don't have to be whitelisted. It's open to the public, but you need to stake at least a minimum of 1 LAA token. That's pretty much it. And once you do that, then you will be able to join. But we do have an interview video coming up from our game dev, so enjoy.
Good evening and welcome to the live stream. My name is Warren and I'm your host for tonight. Now, I'm feeling extremely hyped right now because we are going to talk about League of Ancients, otherwise known as LOA. It is an esports NFT mobile game that is set to launch in the third quarter of 2022. So with me right now is none other than the founder of League of Ancients, Dwayne Ong. Welcome, Dwayne.
Hi guys, I'm Dwayne. Nice to meet everyone, and thanks Warren for the introduction.
So great to have you here tonight, Dwayne. So are you feeling excited, nervous?
I'm actually feeling both excited and nervous because this is actually for LOA the first time we are doing campaign outside of the crypto community, more towards to the gaming community, and also our first move to actually let mobile gamers to know about League of Ancients.
All right, so I heard just now while talking with you before the shoot is that you guys are actually hosting a competition with a prize pool of 175,000 US dollars. That's actually a huge prize pool for a new mobile game that's on the blockchain. And you know what, it makes me super excited as well, and I just want to quickly get to the game and try to win a part of the prize pool. So Dwayne, can you tell us more about League of Ancients and about that tournament?
Yes, so actually League of Ancients is developed, is actually going to be launching on Q3, and right now we are running competition in the DotA community. We are setting up a prize pool of 175,000 worth of NFTs and also our tokens, and the idea here is to really get attraction or awareness about bringing mobile onto blockchain. And League of Ancients is a game that is inspired by DotA, League of Legends, a game that I've been playing for 20 years, and and now right now we have an opportunity here to able to bring this game onto blockchain, allowing players to actually play the game they love and also earn income as well.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool, huh? All right, so tell me, Dwayne, I'm actually quite into cryptocurrency and NFT, but you know, it is the very first time that I heard about a mobile game that is on the blockchain. I think this is the first mobile game that is based on the blockchain. So how does it feel, and why did it inspire you to build a mobile game on the blockchain?
Yeah, so actually it comes from personal story. I've been playing Dota since I'm really, really young, and I've been playing, and until now, it never gets bored, right? It's so fun and so addictive, and it's also a problem because you spend too much time playing it, right? And that's, I think a lot of parents are really concerned about their kids playing. But right now, the inspiration came about is that the idea of able to play the game we love, but we make income out of it, right? We make a living out of it. And that really took God gathered the team together to build a League of Ancients. And many people around the whole world resonated with our idea, right? Of creating a whole new movement of bringing mobile game onto blockchain, allowing people to play the game they love and also make income as well.
Okay, so where is your team based at? Just wondering.
Yeah, we are actually based in Malaysia, and we are all come from various industry, from blockchain development, game development, marketing, and myself, I'm a crypto enthusiast. Yeah, we got together to work on this project.
Cool. So are most of your team members Malaysian?
Yes, mostly.
Wow, that's pretty cool. It's rare to actually hear of Malaysians working on a crypto game, and I'm so hyped that I've met someone here that led a team of Malaysians to build a blockchain-based game, all right? So what is the vision that your team have on League of Ancients, and what is the future that you guys have planned for the gamers?
Yeah, I'm always aspired to become a pro player in playing mobile game, right? I wish that I could really make a profession out of it, but we all know that it's a really, really tough industry. Like only the top 1% of people really make income out playing the game they love. And the idea of League of Ancients, our vision here is that we truly want to empower everyone to actually have the equal opportunity to play the game they love and also make a living out of it, right? And can develop passion, skills, and they are being rewarded for it as well. And we want to create a game with really, really good quality experience, unlike any other NFT mobile games.
Cool. We talked about earning and playing at the same time. So what can users get out of League of Ancients?
Yeah, so I think the thing that we want to focus on is really players' adoption, and people like the idea of playing mobile game on the blockchain. And right now is we want to create the game to be free to play, so everyone have that ability to try the game, play the game, experience the game, and develop interest and passion in the game. It's also free to play, play to earn, right? So they can actually play our game and earn some of our tokens, and also in a way they can start collecting our NFTs as well. In terms of their cosmetic skins, it will be in an NFT form, and that will allow them to earn even more as they play the game.
Okay, cool. So I think we mentioned the term NFT a couple of times. We keep talking about NFT. So we know the term is called non-fungible token. Now, I think a lot of you guys, including me myself, we are still not 100% clear of what NFT is all about. So perhaps, Dwayne, can you shed some light on what NFT is and how it is being used in League of Ancients?
I can share a very layman term way of explaining it. I think many people have saw in the news that NFTs are being sold over 500 millions and sold in seconds and a huge quantity of it, right? But why is this so much value? So the idea of NFT is really to have the player, to have the ability to fully own these digital assets, right? To fully own this NFT, these digital assets, like for example, you play mobile game right now, like you play any games in the market, you actually spend money buying cosmetics, you buy skins, and all these are digital assets like virtuals, right? You can't touch it, but it's owned by the game developer, right? And right now, right, when you have NFT, you allow the player to actually own their own skins, right? You can actually store in their own wallet, and it's kind of like property, right? Of physical assets where you own it, you can actually lend it out. You can also sell the property. You can actually use it for your own use as well. Same thing in terms of NFT. These assets is in form of digital, but you can actually, you own it. You can use it to play the game, and you can also trade it, and you can sell it, and also potentially in the future, you can also rent it out as well.
Wow, I can rent out my asset in the game. That sounds pretty cool. So I can decide whatever amount I want to rent. It
actually belongs to you, right? Because you fully own the assets. But if you are playing in the normal typical game, right? All these assets, the money, the thousands of dollars that you spend on skins, gaming assets, all this belongs to like the game developer, right? So right now, actually, it decentralized the digital assets, and it can fully owned by the players themselves, and they can actually trade it in the marketplace. And as the game grows, currently, right now, there are over more than 300 million mobile players right now, and it's one of the top preferred genre in the market as well. As more people actually adopt blockchain in terms of playing mobile games, right, the demand of the NFT will slowly increase as the value, like property, right, because the population of a country keep growing, and that's why the property value in certain countries grows as well. And you can actually sell it, right, and you can make a capital gain out of it. So you're no longer about spending money while playing game, but you're actually investing, or I'll say like, you can actually earning out of collecting these NFTs and also playing the game that you really like.
So before we wrap this session up, Dwayne, what do you have to say to our audience and future LOA gamers?
Yeah, I think right now League of Ancients is not just a normal game. We do see that we are creating a whole entire movement where we want to bring mobile game lovers onto blockchain, where you can play mobile game and you can actually make earning as well, right? We would like to empower everyone that have passion in terms of playing games. Right now, you are able to empower to actually make a living. You can actually start collecting NFTs and own these assets, and you can trade and sell in the marketplace as well. And right now, we are just at the starting stones, and our game will be launching in Q3 for the testing and official launch on the Q4. Do follow us and check us out, and I think that there's so much more exciting things that will be coming up. Yeah, I think right now the message across to all gamers and also to LOA community as well is that we are just at a stepping stone, and we are creating a whole new movement where we want to bring mobile gamers onto the blockchain world, where you're able to play the game that you really love, and you develop passion, you develop interest, and you can start actually collecting NFTs, investing, and also make a living out of it. Do follow us on League of Ancients, and there will be more progress of the game development that's going on. And for those participation in the competition happening in these 3 days, all the best and stay tuned.
So there you have it. League of Ancients will be launched in the third quarter of 2022, and I'm sure you are as excited as me and can't wait to play the game and start earning LOA tokens. For more information, please stay tuned for more updates on the official Discord and Telegram channel of League of Ancients, or visit the website at www.leagueofancients.com. That's it for now, and we will see you in LOA. Bye. Good evening and welcome to the...
There you have it, League of Ancients releasing in Q4 officially, but the testing will be Q3, so that's what the dates that, well, not the period of the year that you guys can look forward to. Certainly there's so much coming up. We are obviously we only just started out the year, so there's going to be a couple more months. But with that being said, we have a special guest that we want to bring on the broadcast. Let us all welcome Pinda Panda.
Hi guys. Pinda.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Oh, your setup looks super cool.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been so long since we are in the studio, but you look good as always.
Yeah,
as well.
You look great, Pinda.
Wait, hold on a sec. I can't hear you guys.
Hello, can you hear us?
Can you hear?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can
certainly hear.
You can hear me, right?
Yep, absolutely. We can certainly hear you.
I can see you nodding, but I can't
I'm
hear you
nodding.
guys.
Hinting.
Yeah, so this is where I want to put my sign language to use, but I don't. How do I signal that? While we try to figure that out, I actually don't like how do you signal like you look good? I want to bring your message.
I mean, I'm just guessing, Pinda.
I can't hear them.
Something like that.
Yeah, so while we get that figured out, I mean, our production team is definitely working tirelessly to get the audio fixed.
I can hear you now.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so we can redo this. So, Pinda, welcome. First of all, you look great.
Oh, thanks for having me, and thanks.
So,
I just got up. I look like this.
Yeah, born great.
Pretty.
Yeah, born. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, thanks, boys. How's it going?
We're doing great.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we are able to actually be on ground, so that's number one. But how are you doing?
Well, like you see, I'm stuck at home. I'm actually excited for the matches. I want to see what they pick and all that, and I'm pretty. I don't know. I want to get the matches started. Like, I want to see all the action that's packed. But this is awesome. I've never participated in an NFT tournament, and $175,000. That's freaking huge.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
is freaking huge.
Yeah, I mean, for us as well, right? It's our first time being being a part of this, and so you obviously play Dota as well, and I can see that you're super excited for what's about to come. Any expectations? Any specific heroes that you think must be picked, or else we are gonna throw a riot?
Obviously, actually, no. I'm not gonna put in my expectations because expectation kills. What about you guys? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, you guys are the pros. You guys are way better than I am. I know Arthur is for sure. He's like immortal something, whatever.
Yeah.
But what do you think is gonna be picked?
I mean, recently I've been seeing a lot of Spiritker, a lot of Weaver. Like, that is pro scene, yo.
Yeah.
Like, today we're here to have fun. Obviously, we're trying to win because winners is going to take away a lot of prizes as well.
Yep.
I'm not sure how close the developers are to the current meta because I want to be surprised as well. I want to see them picking some crazy stuff and then just run down the game and win the game and get away the prizes.
Yeah, I mean, the project head, he has 20 years of experience, so that's a lot in the bag. I mean, do you think, like how...
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. How long have you been playing Dota, Pinda?
Almost 10 years. I've wasted 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, I think we all share the same sentiment. How long have you been playing?
I'm 26 this year. Oh my god, I'm so old right now. Okay, I think I started at 12. I remember the only thing I remember when I started was that my neighbor taught me that.
All
and
right.
then he asked me when I played Drow. He asked me to buy 2 Vanguard. So that is like that is way back at the time.
Yeah. I think I have like 15, 16 years. My first hero was Drow.
Oh,
15,
same.
16 years. That is huge. I mean, you guys have more experience than me for sure.
Yeah, we have an actual analyst / coach / pro.
Okay,
Pro.
That's with me. Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
gonna cover the brunt of it.
I mean, aspiring pro, I would say. I wouldn't call myself pro. There's a little bit far-fetched there. But I mean, yeah, you're just super excited to see because they are actually just, not very far away from us. And we are already seeing a lot of assignments coming from them. They're just looking super ready to come into the game. It's a best of 3 as well, so a lot of games for them to play. And obviously, once again, a lot of prizes as well.
Yeah. So Pinda, I want to ask you, like, if you are put in this situation, right, you gotta play for some prizes, do you, like, what is your mantra? Like, what do you do to psych yourself up before a competition?
Smash some keyboards.
That is after we lose badly, for sure. That is always there. But before that, I think I'll be positive. Because usually I'm not a positive kind. So you should be like, yeah, right? So it's like, it's okay even if you lose. I'll be like to my teams, it's okay. But if you do lose, then I'll go crazy. I'll save the worst for later.
So when you're playing with Pinda, let's not lose there.
Yeah. That's a motivation to win the game.
Exactly. Everybody knows me as a scary one, so they don't want to lose. And I can be nice, I can be nice before the game. I'd be like, I need an Odie pick for sure. Odie's been like picked so much. He's in the meta right now. I need a Weaver. I need an Odie. It's a good pick. Like you said, Bara hasn't picked a lot. He's definitely in the meta too. Ban Techies and freaking Meepo and what else? All those typical horrible heroes that I hate playing against. And we're done, and we'll win. I think.
Like if you have to pick between like Techies, Meepo, and Broodmother, like, and you have to play against one of them, like, which one would you go for?
I would definitely pick Techies for sure. For sure. I would smash them with Techies. I've been actually spamming a lot of Techies because I like it when they blow up. Like, boom, and then they're gone, and I'm like, oh.
I mean, definitely sounds like a hero that Pinda would love to
play.
Right. Like sometimes if you want to master yourself against the techies, you have to master the hero yourself, right? Because you need to understand him for you to be able to beat him.
So you become what you
become the villain.
You become the villain. I mean, like
exactly. If you can't play against, yeah.
Do you agree with the sentiment? I think AOI said this before. Like, if you play techies, the only person that's having fun is you. So I assume that you have a lot of fun when you're on techies. Right?
Oh no! I am stressed. I have to look at 10 bombs at the same time where they're walking, and I have to put them more. I'm kidding. It's not. The techies is not same as it used to be. No. And then you just have to. You have to plant, and you have to plant. You have to look at the mana, then get a Kaya, maybe get a Bloodstone. Dude. It's not as like it's very stressful. People think techies is fun. It's not. It's very stressful. You have to look at the minimap. You have to do so many stuffs, and then you have to look at the fight too, whether you want to join. But then what can you do? You can only silence them. I can go on and on and on. But you guys understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, exactly. You are the first person I've met that actually takes the whole techies job so seriously. Like I play
this game, I'm exhausted. I am super exhausted. That's like 3 games worth of energy into one techies game.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not good, guys.
You can tell that Pinda, she's very serious in her job. Like whatever hero she plays, she's gonna give her 100%. You can tell it by she just points out all the itemization that techies would take without a blink of an eye. She doesn't have to think about it, and you can tell she's a pro on it.
Yeah, the only time I played techies was in Turbo, and even then I can't play techies. So mad respect, Pinda. Like I just can't.
Thanks, man. Dude, I hope the team speak techies after if they're listening to this interview. Techies.
I thought you say ban techies.
Ban techies if I'm playing against them, but not if other people play it. It's their game, man. They can lose. I don't. It's not my problem. I don't have to deal with it. But guys, seriously, thanks for having me here. It's like there's a giveaway too, right?
Yeah. There certainly is. Not just a giveaway. There is a ton of giveaways. So that
giveaway. Okay. I'm just reading here. It's not 5, but it's 10 beta capsules throughout the next 3 days. Including today.
Yeah.
You can even stand to win a chance of basic skin, an epic skin, and elemental skin. I definitely want the elemental skin. I want. Could I win the giveaway? Am I allowed to participate? Do you think?
I mean, you just have to click on the link.
Yeah,
right?
you just gotta click on the link. I think you can definitely be a part of this.
Yeah, if I want to, I could too.
Yeah, if you want to, we could, but we can't.
No, not the two of you. Not the two of you. You two are bad. You can't. I mean,
we deal with this on a daily basis. It's okay. It's you win some, you lose.
You guys have a lot of chances.
Yes.
So I definitely want to participate this because I want the elemental skin. And is that right? Like you can even sell your NFT skins and everything after like a period of time. It's like items, right? If they grow in value and then decrease. That's right?
That's how you earn, right?
Exactly. That's kind of the gist of it. Yeah. I mean,
Isn't it exciting though, NFT?
It is. I think like I've been seeing a lot of that online. I think across this few months, but this is kind of like a motivator for me to really look into it because I've been seeing like all these artworks, all these digital pieces, and they all look pretty great, like these abstract arts or like designs.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's absolutely popular in Philippines right now. I do believe that in our live stream there is a lot of Filipino viewers, so big shout out to you guys and obviously everyone that is tuning into our live stream as well. They are definitely becoming an expert of NFT because there's so many NFT games out there and I couldn't follow all of them, but I know that a lot of our Filipino Dota friends, they're always on it and they're doing super great in it.
Yeah, I mean this is like a marriage between Dota, League of Legends and NFT. I think what better combination could you find in other places, right? I don't think there's any other better melting pot than this. Oh yeah, so Pinda, when you first hear of League of Legends, what is your first reaction to that? Because I saw your Facebook post and you look really hyped for that.
I'm like ancient. Oh yeah, that's my medal. So this is like perfect for me. You know what? I'm glad it was not League of Immortals. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's
League
just
of
gonna be.
Immortals would have been like, it would be like I don't belong here, but I'll be there anyway.
Yeah.
But dude, NFT with Dota, with League of Legends, everything sounds like it's so new, and I think right now is the perfect time to invest in this because later on it gets a lot more competitive, right? And the competition gets higher, everything gets pricier. So like I'm glad they're finally investing. I was waiting. I was like, when is NFT gonna come into video games? Because it's a huge thing. It's a huge investment, even for like you could earn a lot just being at home, right, in front of your computer.
Yeah.
Who could have seen this future, guys? Could you have seen this in like 15 years ago? 15 years ago?
No, 15 years ago, I didn't even know what. Like I didn't even know what competitive gaming was.
Yeah, I mean, 15 years ago, I was first touching Dota, and then I was buying 2 Vanguard on Drow.
Yeah,
so definitely. I mean, how time flies, right? And also, we just heard from an interview from the project lead, Dwayne, that he was saying that he was an aspiring Dota pro as well. He has 20 years of experience. And I guess it's just a wonderful opportunities for all of us out there that if you can't go pro in League of Legends or Dota, this is your chance, man.
Yeah, and I think the best part is that he also will be playing later on. So we get to see a glimpse of that 20 year of accumulation of his experience. I'm actually getting. I'm excited. I'm super nervous to see like what this guy's gonna bring. He's probably gonna be the hyper carry, you know.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that has been like playing for Dota for 20 years, you have the wet dream of just getting a hyper carry, like you say, and then just totally carry the game on your back, right? Like you want the spotlight on you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, speaking about like you can sell your NFTs. It reminds us of like Dota market, the Steam market, where you can kind of sell off your stuff. But I think the great distinction that the lead developer said, like Dwayne said, was that back then, even if you sell your cosmetics, it's still owned by the company, right? It's still owned by the game dev. But this one, you have full control of you have full ownership of what you get. I think that is where it really makes you feel good. You get a cosmetic, it's completely yours, right? You can sign your name on it, as in it's under your name. So I think that's what makes it so great. Now you feel like you really have power over what you earn for yourselves over time.
And you can sell it whatever you want, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like,
and you can invite your friends for that. Exactly. You gotta be smart about it. You gotta be smart about any investment or money or like any skins in any games. You can even share with your friends. Tell them about this. Invest together. It's like you can do so many things with it. It's exciting, and I mean, it's like you said, like you put it. It's great. We finally have a chance. Like you can't be a pro player. Well, this is your opportunity to make some money. Definitely. But
speaking about that, I think it's time for us to form a team for the future, right?
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like a good idea.
That's a very early invitation because the game is going to be dropped in Q3. So for all you guys, if you guys are super excited for this, wait till the Q3. And this is your time to beat your stack, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot of LA tokens for you to stick up and win those capsules, get yourself a head start. And when you get into the game, you're going to feel like a pro.
Yeah. And I know, Pinda, I know you love to be a part of all these, lucky draws and giveaways. We have one more for you in case you are not aware. It's called the Stake to Win contest. It is ongoing right now until 11th of December, and you get to win Immortal skins, your Genesis capsules, your Alpha and Beta capsules, and tons of LOA tokens. And all you gotta do is to stake a minimum of 1 LA token, and you can be a part of it. That sounds really great, right?
Where's the link? Is it in the comment description?
Yeah.
Because I want to go. I wanna sign up right now.
All right, that's your own research to do now, Pinda. All right, that's gonna be. We're gonna leave it to you because I do believe the game is about to start. And before we go into the game, we are gonna have a quick look on all of our participants today.
Yeah, and of course we again had our game development team. So those from the lead to the social media, they are all a part of this. So I think you kind of get the gist of who is going to be the guy that calls the shot and who is going to be the person that is the backbone, the supports. By the way, speaking about that, Pinda, what is your role in a game of Dota? I mean, you are techies, right?
I'm practicing a lot of mids now. Yeah, I've played Ogre mid, I've played TA mid. Like for the past few days, I'm playing mid, back to mid, cause I hate support now. support life will not choose me. I will choose the mid line. Aku mid or aku feed. That's it.
That's the motto right there. This is how we get to the top. But here is where we borrow your expertise because we get the bans going. We get the Doom and the anti-mage ban out on the Radiant side. We on the Dire side. Actually, the Radiant they ban out the SF and the Tinker. There you go. Ogre Magi, first hero to get picked up. That's 1 out of 10 of your heroes that needs to be picked.
Yeah, I mean we are seeing the SF and Tinker getting banned here. It seems like I'm just not a fan of Tinker ever. Like every time I see Tinker in my game, the only goal I want to do in the game is to kill the Tinker. Yeah, I don't care who is gonna win the game. As long as I get this Tinker at his 10 death, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's basically me as well. I think a lot of games I see the enemy Tinker, like I would sacrifice my MMR to make the Tinker's life miserable. That is my end goal. I feel like after the change when they made the laser and AoE and they make Tinker, they give him the defense matrix. Now he has a free boost of travel. It is just a miserable Dota game. Every time there's a Tinker spammer, either I ban a Tinker or I make sure I kick the Tinker's ass.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we are also seeing a very potent combinations here coming out from the Dire side. We have got Tide and Disruptor. So it does look like a pro game settings now because these teams, you know that they are getting serious since there's so many prizes on the line.
Yeah, and I think the best part right now is that we don't know which is the developer inside, right? So I'm guessing that the Tide Disruptor, the one that looks a bit more robust, is our dev team. But we could be wrong, right?
Yeah, Panda, is there any hero that you really want to see here?
Odie.
Yeah, I mean, Pinda has been playing a lot of mid, right? But have you been playing a lot of Tinker?
Like, what is your stance on Tinker?
To play. I like it. It's like a 50-50 year for me, honestly, right now. I don't think it's like in the best meta for sure. But like, you know, if you're a great Tinker player, then it doesn't matter what kind of update is thrown at you. You just play the hero like a goddamn god. Like a god.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I
like
could
the
play
custom meta pick though.
Oh yeah, so we have got an Augur and CM pick here, 2 supports coming right off the bat for Radiant side. Have you been seeing a lot of CN in your game so far?
No, definitely not. I think Ogre is more frequent.
Popular.
I see more Ogre, more popular than the CM. I myself play a lot of Ogre. You know, it's kind of like the lazy support pick, right? All you have to do, you bloodlust your core. Like if you feel like it, you can buy a Midas, I guess. But I never buy Midas. Our friend does. Our friend Otomo does. He loves Midas on Ogre 5. I still don't understand why.
For sure.
But
I'm sure Pinda.
It's great.
Yeah,
I buy it all the time. I buy it all the time. I told you who knows though? It could be an Ogre mid. Ogre mid is great. Have you guys tried Ogre mid?
No, I've tried Ogre off, but not Ogre mid.
No, because you know the multicast is like 3 times, right? So if you throw like Ignite, it gives you a complete, like in level 4, it's 1600 plus damage, and it's an easy kill. That Disruptor will burst. Of course, Tide is going to be a little tanky, but it depends on what other heroes they pick. But I hope they surprise us and they be like, hey man, you thought Ogre was support, but BAM! We're going core, mid, and he can harass the hell out of like any mid laner so far I've met. Maybe my enemy team was super noob, but you know, who knows?
You must have a really high win rate on that Ogre mid, right?
Yeah, I mean because Pinda, she's so familiar with all the numbers that the damage from
1600.
1600. I have no idea about that.
Have you calculated that before?
No. All the time, you know, we play Dota, we are just on instinct mode.
Right.
Yeah, we're like, alright, I'm gonna Dagon this guy, he's most probably gonna die. But I'm sure Pinda will be like, I Dagon you, I'll be getting 4 times multicast on this guy and he'll die too.
Yeah. Like for me, is I don't calculate numbers, I calculate like how much of the health bar is going to be chipped away, right? So like for me, it's like, oh, I can bring him to red, but I don't think I can kill him. We now, the second phase of ban is already over. We get the Viper, Storm, Medusa, the Bristol back, the Silencer, and the Morphling banned out. So far, most of these bans are, I would say, kind of common, right? Most of them are pretty common. Juggernaut picked up by the Radiant side.
Yeah, I mean, you are looking at the ban. I'm looking at those developers that there was a 6 stat coming out from them, and there will be our 5 members coming out from the developer team, and will be obviously we don't know whether they are on Radiant or Dire side just yet. But if you would make a guess, I guess you have already made yours, right? You
I already made mine.
One.
I said the Radiant would be.
Oh, Radiant would be. Okay, how about you, Pinda? Do you want to make a quick guess here? Okay, I guess we don't have Pinda here anymore.
Yeah, she's busy calculating numbers, right? We'll get back to expertise after this. But we get the Legion Commander and Ursa out for the Dire side. So what do you think about these two picks?
Well, definitely not the hero that we have been seeing a lot, which I like a lot because like competitive games, everyone pick the same hero all over all over different games, and the meta is already so stagnant. So I'm really looking forward to see this game because I feel like we are gonna get a lot of fun already looking at those heroes. We got some very unpopular heroes, which is something that I would always love to see. Yeah,
and at the same time, we do get the Shadow Demon out. So these guys, they actually are putting a lot of thought into how to win those games and how to find solutions to the problems that, for example, the Legion Commander, the Ursa poses, right? The Shadow Demon does solve a lot of those issues with that Demonic Purge. But I remember I saw Ursa in the winter DPC, in EU DPC between Tundra and Na'Vi. I know that Ursa was picked up by Na'Vi. They did lose the game, but we kind of can see the power of Ursa. I wonder if we will see the U-Scepter on this type because of the Ursa.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think U-Scepter is always just good against Ursa. Whenever he's enraged, you just blow him out of the sky, and all of a sudden he doesn't have the status resistance that he needs anymore. And I also love the fact that you touched on the Shadow Demon as well, because it's such a good... The key of this hero is just to kite, right? And what... And this game is just a perfect Shadow Demon game, as you can anyone that get duel, you can save him, and every time you see this Ursa angry bear coming at you, you can always just use the ulti on him, and all of a sudden he become this angry bear, but he couldn't hit anyone.
Yeah, it feels like Shadow Demon is this hero that takes some time to get used to, but man, he cause a lot of problems in those team fights. I can kind of foresee that this could be a slightly miserable game for the Ursa to play the later the game goes. Sure, he is technically like some degree good against the Juggernaut, right, with that enrage, but then you have a multitude of solutions to really make this Ursa less effective than it wants to be. We get the Pugna banned last, and both teams still looking for that mid laner. The Pug banned out, the Invoker also out of the picture. What else is left in the pool? We still have the OD.
For sure, yeah. Pinda would be really happy looking at the OD getting picked here. Looks pretty good for both sides, actually. OD is always going to be the good hero, right? You get your 7-minute Meteor Hammer, and then you run around, W everyone, press your Meteor Hammer correctly, and then you get the stun. And it's just so easy to play, and it's annoying as well. So whoever that's picking the OD here is going to have a pretty good time in annoying their enemy for sure.
I feel like for the Radiant side, maybe instead of the OD, we still have the Conquer in the pool as well. I think the Conquer is also kind of another solution to this Ursa, right? You just X marks him, he runs at you, you bring him back to where he started his journey. Lina will be the selection for the side of Dire, so another mid laner that has been consistently popular for the past few months, even during TI.
Oh, here we
go, the OD out. I mean, it does the same thing, right? This Kite Ursa, the Meteor Hammer, Buyer, you can really push down those structures really quickly. Playing around this OD can be a cakewalk if he gets the lead, and we get the Lina against OD matchup. So I want to get more into that OD Lina matchup. How is it going to go?
I mean, the laning wise, it's going to be always a little bit hard against the Lina. I don't think there is a hero that can go lesser, that can go even with that hero so far, because it's just such a strong hero. Great attack range, a lot of abilities to harass you out of the lane. OD is the kind of hero that you want to get your Ring of Hell first, and then everything is gonna go a little bit smooth. So on Lina's side, you have this 2 to 3 or maybe 2 to 4 windows that you can really shut down the OD to slow down the Ring of Health timing, and I think if you're able to do that, it's all Gucci. But most importantly, you have Lina against Tidehunter. Tidehunter always rely on this super beefy ability to stay alive in the team fight, but once the Silver Age is getting picked up by Lina, you are gonna get blown up.
And I feel like there is some issues that I think Dire side might need to address, right? You look at the supports, the Ogre and the Crystal Maiden. Sure, there's a lot of mana. I think that's also kind of the battery that keeps fueling the Lina to cast a spell. But the support's pretty immobile against what the Raiden brings to the table. We have this Juggernaut. I'm wondering if he's going to get a Blink Dagger anytime soon, because those backline supports look pretty juicy for him to cut down with the Omni Slash or the Swift Slash if he gets the Aghanims.
My biggest question here, though, how sure are you that Ogre is a support, though? How sure?
We can't be a Legion support, right?
Yeah, because we wouldn't know if that wouldn't be Pinda playing the Ogre.
Right?
Yeah, so
maybe like sure she's secretly talking with to us about the draft, but she's the one that drafts the ogre. You know, like,
yeah,
coincidence.
That's why she's so familiar with all those numbers, like triple multicast ignite 1,600 damage, and you know. Alright, anyway, we are right into the game right now, and it's not something that we see very popular because the mini-map this time is gonna be on the right side.
Yeah, and we are going. Yeah, this is the first time I think we see the map on the right side. So in a different game, the map is on the right side, so I'm okay with this. But in Dota, it definitely feels a bit weird. We get a 5-man smoke from the Radiant side already, but fortunately it gets broken. Just good awareness from the Dire side, completely negating this potential gank. They will be able to dodge it. No first blood for Radiant, but they do lose control of their triangle, at least, you know, when it comes down to the boundary rune.
Yeah, everything looks a lot better right now with the mini-map on the left side again.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, thank you production for making this
lovely
quick adjustment. And yeah, I mean, Radiant side looking to grab themselves some bounty rune, but Dire, no one is here at all, so they are definitely very aware of this aggressive movement coming out from the Radiant side. It seems like it's gonna be 2 bounty rune for each side.
Yeah, just both teams kind of crossing, barely crossing blades. Dire gets 2, Radiant gets 2, a very standard opening, and this is where we will put the question to rest once and for all. Where is this ogre gonna go? He's making his way bot, so that's an ogre support. We will get an ogre mid, but still, will he go for Midas? I think that's another question that you know, some ogre enthusiasts might want to know. Like, will this ogre go for Midas? He's thinking
ogre is that mid though. Okay.
Is it?
Stay there.
Come on.
No.
He's walking top. Okay. So no ogre mid.
Okay, so it's gonna be the classic Lina versus OD. Like we say, Lina is gonna have a little bit advantage in this matchup, but we'll see how strong this OD is in terms of his, you know, laning spells and stuff. And top lane, we have got Tide Hunter plus the Shadow Demon against the Legion Commander plus Ursa. So is this a Legion Commander position 5, or is this something that we see, you know, just 2 carries in the same lane duking each other out?
Yeah, I think that could be a possibility, right? Because with that, it means that we get the Ogre Crystal Maiden bottom. We get a TP bot. That's the Ursa going bot. So now we get a tri-lane bot. It's definitely something unorthodox from the Dire side. Maybe they definitely want to avoid this Tide Ursa. There's a Shadow Demon, so I can understand the sentiment that it could be a bit tougher. But now you put the Ursa bot into this Juggernaut Disruptor. Legion Commander, we kind of have to suck it up a bit in the top lane.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just loving this aggression coming out from the Dire side, and they're looking forward to, you know, just make use of this tri-lane and put some pressure down to the Juggernaut, because they know Ursa against Juggernaut, always a good matchup. You can always just run down Juggernaut, stack up those Fury Swipes, and then try your best to kick this guy out of your lane. And we are seeing some tips coming out from the Juggernaut to express his gratitude towards his support, something that you love to see in your game.
Yeah, loving it when it's your own teammates, but you know, when it's the enemy team, yeah, it kind of might get to your head. And by the way, so the Radiant side, the one with the Tide Disruptor, is our dev team.
Okay.
So they are. So
you were right.
Yeah, I was right. You know, kind of big. It's just a wild guess, you know, for intuition. But let's see how well this is gonna pan out. Right now, we get the Crystal Maiden copy already TP top. This Tide Hunter, it feels like he's going to be unfazed regardless, right? He will still get the farm in. I don't think there's much that Dire can do to him.
Yeah, we are not seeing any kills so far, so, you know, both teams understanding that there is a lot of prizes on the line, playing it a little bit carefully here in the early game. And I can definitely see Ursa wants to do something here, you know, because they are the one that initiated this tri-lane. They definitely want to get a lot more coming up from this lane, but who's gonna make the initiation first?
There is kind of a Fire Blast, and of course the Ursa, just a minor Earth Shock. But unfortunately, there's actually not too much damage, right? They get the Ignite. Ogre early on, don't think he has a Basilisk yet, so that mana regeneration is going to be a bit slow. Probably will try to stock out on a couple of mangoes. But against the Juggernaut, all these damage over time is going to get negated once he gets the healing ward. So it feels like, if you're a Dire side, which lane are you looking for to kind of make a move? Obviously, you have the Lina, who will have an easier time against OD, but as the game progresses, once he gets the Meteor Hammer, that advantage might just dwindle a bit.
Yeah, I do feel like because of this tri-lane, you kind of have to invest yourself into getting some kills out of this, because if you don't, we talk about a lot about tri-lane, but that is actually becoming a dual lane, as C1 has already relocated herself towards the top lane. I think shutting down either Titan or Juggernaut is going to be so important in this game, so you don't have this beefy Titan that's going to walk into you, and you don't have any ways to bring him down. And I do feel like the pressure is a little bit on Dire's side in this game because of their early game aggression. They have a lot of that, but they're not really making use of that so far. However, the Juggernaut,
Fury can get a kinetic field and some thunder strikes on this ogre, but he's a beefy little man, so he won't go down. In fact, the Ursa will for some retaliation on this Juggernaut, trying to chase him away out of lane. At least you get this Juggernaut away from the creep wave, so that's some experience lost. But at the end of it, it is just a trade between both teams. In fact, now the Ursa not looking too healthy himself, doesn't really have any regeneration with him, right? No tangles, no self. He did consume that last tangle, but this Disruptor is really pushing him away. 5 wand charges, that is all for him. So it seems like for Team LOA, our dev team, they are looking pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can tell that, you know. Do you want to make a guess who is gonna, you know, who is doing playing? Because we, you know, that's our project lead right here. You know, has 20 years of experience. I really want to know, because we did talk about this a little bit. We all guessed that he's gonna be on the carry.
Yeah, I would love to think so. I think we will find out like when someone gets a kill and then we look at the reaction, then we might find out who is the carry. But finally, the self gets delivered, so the Ursa will be able to heal up. We are seeing this ogre constantly try to ignite the Juggernaut, but I feel like in this scenario, this specific matchup, igniting the Juggernaut doesn't really do as much as you would like to, right? Maybe the Disruptor is a better target.
Oh, for sure. I think Juggernaut do run a little bit too fast for them to catch up. So Disruptor, on the other hand, doesn't really have the boost of speed yet. But look at the top lane so far. Like, there's just no kill across the board. And if you look at the CS chart, you can see 3 of the cores coming out from Radiant side are looking pretty strong. Lina, obviously, she's gonna do well. There's there's no doubt for that. But the other 3 cores coming out from Radiant side, the developer team, are also looking super comfortable.
Disruptor getting gone on, Fire Blast to stop this Juggernaut in his tracks, but the Kinetic Field will prevent any other extra aggression. That's the healing wall that we've been wanting to see, and the members of the side of Radiant, at least in the bottom lane, gets topped up. Now the counter Blade Fury on this Ursa. This should be first blood, Earth Shock, and the glimpse though is there. The Fire Blast will connect, stopping this Disruptor, but it doesn't really matter. That's first blood going over to the dev team, and Juggernaut is the one who picks it up.
Alright, so Juggernaut with the first blood, definitely a big boost to his net worth here. And in the mid lane, we are seeing OD very close to his Meteor Hammer, and once that Meteor Hammer is up, they are able to use this as a setup to kill the heroes that they want to. In the top lane, Tidehunter getting harassed out a little bit here, but wouldn't be too scared since he's always going to be a tanky watermelon here that's holding the fort. What I want to see here is that Dire making some rotations to this top lane, because we talk about how beefy this Tidehunter can be in the mid game or the late game. The early game laning phase is definitely one of the better timing for you to punish him.
Yeah, and we did see the Meteor Hammer picked up by the OD 6.5 minutes in, so definitely a very fast Meteor Hammer, even though the lane is in favor of Lina, but the OD wasn't really pressured too much. We didn't see any support rotations to kind of punish any rune contest, so now with that Meteor Hammer, we're definitely expecting the Radiant side, the dev team, to make some extra moves. The Shadow Demon was stacking in the triangle just now. You can just abandon the Tidehunter. He can hold his own. He's a grown man. So for the Dire side, you mentioned early on, there definitely would be some extra pressure for them, right? It feels like they're compelled to answer what the Radiant is trying to do. But now with this Meme Hammer, it feels like the Radiant have fast-tracked the progress of the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to see Radiant putting some heroes to the OD lane so that they could start exploiting the fact that, you know, this is a very early Meteor Hammer and maybe there's some kind of pressure that you can put down on the tower. But bottom side,
Blade Fury again. This Ursa split from the Ogre. Remember, there is a glimpse from this Disruptor. Doesn't have the vision though, so can't get the. Actually gets a glimpse of, but ends up saving the Ursa. So the Juggernaut not really in position to follow up. He does have the Omni Slash, but the Ursa not yet obtaining his Enrage. In fact, I believe he is 2 levels below this Juggernaut.
Yeah, and that is just the downside of starting a lane as tri-lane, right? You are going to share experience with your 2 supports, and now all of a sudden you find yourself 2 levels below the Juggernaut. And Ursa is not really the kind of hero that recovers really fast in the jungle as well, so they might have to get some get themselves some kills to come back into this disadvantage. However, you see Disruptor 3 levels in the glimpse. This is what you want to see most of the time. Having the ability to just get someone back to the spot from a far cast range, that's going to really empower the Juggernaut to get some more kills for himself. And for Tyranitus, level 6 Ravage ready. Do they want to make some moves here?
So far, it's still a very passive game for these teams. They finally find the Disruptor, but the glimpse cooldown comes back up. They send the Ursa back where it came from, and that's the first rotation from this OD. Astro into Meteor Hammer, right on the money. This should be an easy kill. The Thunder Strike just for some extra damage, but of course, it will be a Beth who takes the kill.
You can tell that Bev, he is really good with the timings of the Meteor Hammer as well. Because normally you don't get it if you don't play frequently. So I can tell right off the bat, Bev, he is the OD spammer.
Yeah, just make sure that when the bar reaches H, that's where you start channeling. Right? That is the magic alphabet that you are looking for. But even then, you know, you request a bit of practice to get it right. So very classic, but I guess the silver lining for Dire is that there's no conversion off of that kill. It's just we kill the ogre, and I say we go back to do what we do.
Yeah, I mean the gameplay is pretty slow so far, but if you look at the CS chart, Lina is sitting at 74 last year, so she is definitely skilling a lot as OD, knowing that as well, trying his best to take down this mid lane tower anytime when Lina is not on the lane. So this is something that Dire might have to be careful about, because OD with the Meteor Hammer, he pushes lane pretty fast, pushes tower pretty fast as well, and we are still not seeing any support rotation, so it seems like everyone is just minding their own business on a sim lane. Nothing much is going to happen for a little bit of time here.
And of course another drop off the Meteor Hammer on this mid tier 1. It is dangerously low and it's about to crumble. And once that happens, we can expect Team LOA to really start moving around the map and taking control of all those areas. And speaking about that, I mean, for the Dire side, there's not much heroes that can really flash from the jungle. Lina being the exception, but everyone else probably only empowered by Bloodlust. The glimpse back on this ogre. He's gonna try man fight this Juggernaut, but he's standing on top of the Static Storm, and now the Thunderstrike would tick him down low. He still is alive, but the Disruptor now will be the one in danger. They will turn around and beat this Ursa into low hell. One last Fire Blast to keep this Ursa in place, keep this Juggernaut in place. Ursa turning back, trying to really chase them away, but I'm not really sure if that's the right idea. Perhaps they can find a Disruptor. The good Earth Shock will do the job. Now he enrages himself and makes sure that the damage reduction will come into play. But as that runs out, he's going to turn around with the Overpower. One last Earth Shock might do it, but it's on cooldown, so this Juggernaut will be safe. And on the other side of the map, the Legion Commander is the one that goes down.
Yeah, my Juggernaut really wanted to turn it around with the Omni Slash there, but unfortunately, he just didn't have the mana required. And Ursa was just really playing well with his Enrage. He's always going in, baiting the Juggernaut to use his Omni Slash because he knows that he always had the Enrage ready. And yeah, that was just a very good aggression coming out from Ursa. And now OD, another combo.
This is going to be tough. There is a Shadow Demon coming in with the smoke as well. Again, right on the money, and there's nowhere for this Lina to go. They even use the Silence Eclipse just to make sure that she goes down. You can see the movement starting to be a bit more frequent from the Radiant side. They are making those moves, and that Lina, top net worth, but after the death, she is almost the same as the OD.
Yeah, that was really important for OD to make the rotation with his, second successful rotation as well, and taking down the richest player on Dire side. Definitely super big addition to their net worth lead right now. And top lane, LC. When do you expect this LC to be making moves? Because she hasn't been moving so frequently so far. We have always seen it's 12 minutes right now, and Thailand is still duking it out with the Legion Commander on the top lane.
I'm slightly surprised that they put the LC into the Thai Hunter. I think LC against Juggernaut is completely fine, and now she's the one that's gonna get caught. That's the third rotation from this OD, and those stacks from the Arcane Orb is just too much. It even has the, was that the Witchblade that he has? I'm not really sure, but what I am sure is that he found himself the Crystal Maiden as well, and one last Anchor Smash will do the job.
Yeah, that was just such a good usage of the Arcane Rune, picked up by OD there, managed to find 2 kills for himself, and now pushing the top lane alongside with Tide 2. And you know what's better? Getting kills and towers without using the Ravage is always gonna be a feel good, man. And Disruptor is soaking up a lot of unwanted experience here at the bottom side. He's sitting at level 8 right now. Definitely a very rich Disruptor that we are looking at.
Yeah, I mean the Mighty Cucumber, he's taking all the attention away, so I'm pretty sure he's not bothered at all. The LC just came back to life, TP's in, watches the tower goes down, and himself to follow. He does have to press the attack, but not that it matters too much. The Blade Mail won't do anything good, not against this OD. that's going to be Beth on a dominating spree, and you can see the TP immediately come out. They see this Lina in the bot lane. We might see the first Ravage of the game. They have the Static Storm, they have the Glimpse, and of course that Glimpse will be used straight on this Ogre. He's trapped in the kinetic field, doesn't have much places to wriggle with. They will try to at least take the Disruptor down, but the body block comes up from the Juggernaut. The Disruptor dies, but so does the Ogre. Omni Slash on this Lina, but he does have the Invis Rune, so at least this Lina will be able to escape with her life. But at the end of the day, it is still Team LOA with more kills.
Yeah, there was a 1-for-1 trade as well, and there was a really good usage of Shadow Blade coming out from Lina to get herself out of the danger. She also managed to force the Juggernaut of this slash, so that will be quite a long cooldown spell that Juggernaut will not have for another 2 minutes. So we should be seeing this game going a little bit slower, but Bav said no, I want more action.
And that's the life of a Crystal Maiden play. If you play CM, this is the fate that you gotta deal with against heroes such as this OD and Tai. Another death on this Crystal Maiden, and you can see that Dire doesn't seem like they have a way to deal with this. Now the Ravage is gonna finally come out. The first Ravage of the game. This Tai Hunter wants to stand his ground, and of course does have the help of the OD, so Ursa will go down regardless. They get the Astro on this Ogre, who wants to provide a bit of help, but only ends up in this demise because now the Disruptor joins in with the Static Storm. They catch the Lina in the kinetic field, and this Ogre, he's dead. Meteor Hammer not landing on the Ogre because he goes down regardless, but they have the Gush, and of course another Astro to follow up. They dust this Lina with that appearance, and will be Viv on a killing spree. Team LOA starts to run over the Dire team.
And that's the beauty of having the Disruptor plus OD, right? You have so much long range spell and it's not stopping. Bav is just on this string of catching everyone that's showing on the side lane, and how, okay, right?
Yeah, and there is the blade mirror into a duel. Is there enough damage? They might be able to kill this OD. No, Astros, the Legion Commander at the last second, and here we go, the Meteor Hammer dropping down. That damage will tick him off, and Beth escapes with a slither of health.
Clutch, they just clutch right there. Oh, another action happening here with Shadow Demon and Ursa.
That's the Demonic Purge enraged, but unfortunately, the Demonic Purge doesn't really care about the enrage. In fact, here comes Mr. Juggernaut. And Ursa will get out. There is the urn from on the Shadow Demon as well. 8k goal lead for Team LOA under 16 minutes.
Yeah, Banner 3 completed on Juggernaut as well. Now, he's really gonna be feeling comfortable farming those ancient camps, farming those big stacks as well. And one of the better way to outskill yourself against the Ursa is to have the farming ability too. So, aside from that, we have just been seeing a lot of actions coming out from Radiant team so far, especially led by the OD.
You gotta be loving this scene, right? We get this, the
serious face on them, right?
This is competitive spirit.
Your team, we are going to take home those prizes today. Yeah. Those are the face here.
Like we make the game, but if you guys want something, you gotta work for it. And now they're definitely making Dire work for it. And we have the Shadow Demon saving himself. Now there's the first freezing field. Hoppy just gonna let it rip, but there's the Juggernaut with that Flame Fury, completely bypasses the magic damage. Magical Static Storm, finding 2 targets on the Dire. Lina joins the fight and immediately taps out. Does get the Laguna, gets the Juggernaut, but now needs to find more. A double kill with the last right click, but glimpse back into the hands of this Disruptor and Tidehunter, and of course the Thunderstrike will claim his life. 3 kills for Raiden, but Dire finds 2.
Well, the Mighty Cucumber has just been on point today. We are seeing multiple, a lot of different version of Static Storm and just catching all these core players coming out from Dire side, which is really strong. And this OD plus Disruptor combo is just really showing us that so putting you are not running from this long range disable at all. That's the replay that we are seeing. A huge freezing field coming out from Kobe, but just couldn't translate into any kills, and that's the 2-man Static Storm there. Yeah,
and we saw in the live feed, we actually see the Leader try to duel the Tidehunter. He ends up losing his life, and Ravage expanded as well, so Beth gets 2 more kills under his belt. This game is looking incredibly hard, almost close to the realms of impossible for Dire to come back. 17 minutes and 40 seconds. Raiden, they're seeding high ground. Another Astro. No Meteor Hammer yet, but they have surrounded this big bad Ursa. He's gonna use that enrage and cliff that tier 3 up. Laguna Blade kills off the Shadow Demon. This Tidehunter overextending also gives a spree away to the Lina, who gets a double kill at the end of it. But it seems like they want to look for more. The Mighty Cucumber will be able to escape with his life. Or the OD. 300 gold to the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, you're strong, but still tier 3 is something that you have to respect those, because those towers do output a lot of damage, especially when you're encountering such a good glyph usage there, just those multi-shots are just killing Radiant there. You gotta be a little bit careful because Ursa can always benefit from all these kills and turn himself into the Roshan Pin and all of a sudden snatch the Aegis away from Radiant side. So that's something that you have to be looking out for.
And in this situation, right, we only have tier 2 items only started dropping, so we get the People's Gear, the Brigand's Blade, all these items, Dragon's Skill follow up as well. What is DotA looking to accomplish now that they have kind of lost a majority of control?
Well, this map control is just really, if you look at their map, they still have a little bit of farm in the map to play with. But Ursa, he went for this Battle Fury build, which we don't see too often, because normally you want to go for something like a Diffuser, into Dagger, into Basher, so that you can engage in the fight early on. But with this Fury, it means that that's going to push back his timing a little bit later, especially when you don't really have a good start in the game.
And you can see Radiant, they want to push that advantage. See them drawing on the map, to wrap around with the smoke. They might catch the Ursa again because he is so far out, away from home. This is Ursa Warrior, long way from home, into a Meteor Hammer. Sure, there's a Crystal Maiden there, but she is more of a prize trophy than any assistance. Copy is going to be brought down, and of course this Ursa also follows suit. And that's Ajax with a double kill on this Juggernaut.
Yeah, that was just the Aghanim Scepter effect coming out from OD, right? You're gonna enrage and save yourself. I'm just gonna close,
Astro you, right?
Astro you, keep you in the banishment, and what are you gonna do? You don't have your big KB because you ran for this greedy Fury build. So Radiant recognizing the fact and just punishing them really hard, and they are gonna get another quick kill on this Ogre, and it will be the Myonga-like streak going to Beth Harmorn here on the OD.
And Beth is so close to that Blink Dagger, just 650 more go, and you can see this OD just appearing out of thin air. But with the Crystal Maiden down, not that it matters too much. There's no glyph for Dire, so it feels like they might be able to go on high ground. But at least there's a duo kill, and that's gonna be Ajax dying to the Legion Commander. Does have the Blade Mail, so you have to always be careful.
Yeah, that's the dream, right? As a Legion Commander, you see these really strong agility carry heroes, and then you just walk up to him with the Blade Mail, get your duel, get the solo kill. And Babs just tipping Ajax a little bit here, having a bit of fun, having a bit of taunting. But that being said, they are gonna get a revenge kill for his carry, and Legion Commander Ravage is gonna be used.
And they found the LC, and they also catch the Ogre on the edge. There's a glimpse, he turns around, it's a Fire Blast on this Mighty Cucumber, but of course DWO, the lovely Shadow Demon, is there for the save. Another kill. No way out for the Ogre Magi. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Radiant side, they are just walking over the game right now. Everywhere they see, death are gonna happen. I'm just waiting for them to really look at the Roshan pit right now, because the Roshan is sitting right there, waiting to be taken down. And if they don't, they might have to be careful, because Ursa can always sneak that away from them very easily.
Yeah. They do have a really good Rosh lineup, right? Ever since Arcane Orb works on Roshan, life has been so much easier. You have the Gush, the Juggernaut, and all those illusions from the Shadow Demon, they all work in tandem. The top tier 2 will definitely fall. Again, Glyph was used earlier on to stop that tier 3 engage, but only delaying what the Radiant is about to bring forth. This pain train that this OD has set up since the beginning of that Meteor Hammer purchase. Now they are looking for another potential siege.
Yeah, we are looking at the itemization right now, and there's a 4-star coming up from the Mighty Cucumber, so that's really gonna be good against the Ursa.
Oh, there we go. There is the disruption. Late Mail used by Tidbit, but he's trapped by the kinetic field, and they would just beat him to submission. Lina does TP in, but there is the glimpse. Lina probably sent back to where she came from, and that's the bot lane. Without this Lina's participation, defense is going to be a bit tough for Dire.
That was a really good glimpse coming out from the Mighty Cucumber. Lina just forgot about the presence of these glimpse, and she TP'd right into their face, and now this is gonna be a high ground defense, 3 versus 5 without the Lina.
Lina's trying to get some sort of trade, I suppose, with bot lane. This Ursa jumps in, that's the enrage, Santis a glimpse. Not enough to take him down, but they had the glimpse, of course. The Ursa brought back in, banished into the Aether Realm, and comes out and ends up 40 seconds in the grave. That's GG, 22 minutes and 47 seconds. The dev team, man, these guys, 20 years of DotA experience, this is what it brings you to, guys.
Yeah, and you can tell that they are being serious right here. Alright, is this a real GG though? Because the game is still ongoing.
Yes, the fake GG.
Alright, I like that. Anything you do to win the game, right?
Yeah, that's what I saw from Twitter last night. There we go, that's the GG.
This is a GG well played, so I guess this is official then.
This is When you drop that well played, it should be official. We will. So that's what. So I saw a tweet yesterday on Twitter. It's by Tarek, and he said that I admire people who will do anything to win. That's the spirit right there. One last Ravage. It's not GG yet. So the dev team, they're not happy about it not being an official GG, so they want to beat it out of the Dire team. Freezing Field not working on the TIE Hunter. He can save a disruption. Mr. Maiden and Leader Commander dies once more. They say third time's a chance of perhaps we get a third GG, but 2 members already go down. Buybacks are coming out. They are investing into defending the base, so Arthur, it is not over yet. In fact, Reagan has lost 3 guys. Now they're going for the OD, who will just waltz his way out of the Dire base.
Yeah, I can see these 2 teams are just having fun right here, right? The GG dropped twice, but no, game is not over yet.
Yeah, that's the mind games right there. And it worked! They dropped their guard.
It actually worked!
Yeah, they dropped their guard. They started trying walking in front of the fountain, pressing Ravage, and they lost 3 members. So, the lead that we thought that they would have gotten, not as much. There you go. Third GG.
Come on, guys! I'm not gonna believe that anymore. That's a third GG, all right. And that is the admin.
Yeah, admin is like
no fake GGs. Sad face.
You can't fake the GGs. I wonder if throughout the history of Dota has anyone like fake GG.
Everyone's just saying GG, but the game is not over yet. So I guess we will just ignore that and continue to watching this game.
They should maybe there's a new system. Maybe they should implement a system. Right? The way to officially surrender the game is like everyone on the team types GG once.
Alright. Yeah. I mean, RTZ is not gonna like that.
Yeah, he doesn't.
RTZ always the one someone called it GG. I will do the instant. I will
be the one who leaves the game, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the one who types GG. I guess we're not over. I guess it's not over yet.
I guess there are just some players coming up from Dire Side that really want to grind this out. They really want to bring this to the late game, which I like.
That's the spirit of Dota, right? It's not over until the ancient break, so you can't call GG right now. Like, you can die. Like, I saw this game yesterday where this Spirit Breaker died 43 times and still won the game. So it is definitely doable. We are not even close to that volume of that. Look at this! Fresh BKB, they find a TIE Hunter. Now the OD is the second one on the chopping block. They might be able to chase him down. Blink in, Omni Slash. The Ogre would tank all of it. It bounces towards the illusion, but the hammer gets dropped by the OD. So that's 3 kills going over to the Radiant side. Surely this is gonna break the spirits of Dire, right? No matter how strong you are in terms of holding on to a Dota game, sometimes it can just be a bit too much.
Yeah, speaking of breaking spirits, I'm not sure though, because we are not seeing the GG coming out. There's no spirit breaker in the game, so I guess their spirits are still a little bit stronger here on Dire side. But however, how long can you hold? Because if you look at OD's itemization, he is approaching the Hex very soon, and once the Hex is up, that will not be enraged for you. And now look at him going in aggressively.
And there it is. You gotta brute force your way to victory, and he's just gonna. Oh, Shadow Blade.
Okay.
They didn't bring detection this time.
Can't kill me if you can't see me.
Can't see. I think there is also a Shadow Blade on the Leader Commander. So everyone is. Maybe that's the key, right? Maybe that's the key. You surprise one guy, you burst him down. Assuming that the Shadow Demon isn't present. It's gonna be a tall task though.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first high ground siege that we are seeing from Radiant side here. And you talk about the presence of healing ward, right? They're just placing it in a very safe place right now. No kind of harassment is gonna be able to scare them out.
That's the Aghanim on this TIE Hunter. There we go. That's the duel and a 5-man Ravage from this TIE Hunter. Viv is just doing magic as the Crystal Maiden finally gracefully walks into the fight and gladly takes a Laguna. Everyone else in Static Storm. TIE Hunter does go down. So does the Earthstar. Freezing Field right on top of the Radiant guys, but they just banish her. They don't want to deal with ice. The weather is cold enough. They didn't bring jackets, so they will at least stop that channel and of course punish her by trapping her in this kinetic field and just use the Blink Fury to kill him off. But Beth, not done yet. He has been the MVP the entire night and he's gonna go for one. That's just not the LSA. They will try to turn around. There's the Bloodlust of Lina, but 3 hits is all it takes to send this Lina packing back into the mountain. Beth is burning down. Astros himself negates the damage, stays alive as Ajax will comes in to clean up, and Beth with 575 stacks on that Arcane Orb, still alive. The Ogre Maiden does buy back. No GG calls yet, so Dire is still holding on pretty strong. But they hang on by thin thread. Shadow Demon will be the casualty.
Yeah, seems like they are going for more. There's plenty of Sentry coming up from Radiant side, so they saw the movement of this Legion Commander. But that was a close fight that you can see OD was very close to dying. So maybe that's what gives Dire side the hope, right?
Yeah.
The guys, we are very close. Just have to hold on a little bit and we might just be able to do this.
Actually killable, right? He's not
actually killable.
He's actually killable. So
Kong Kao winnable.
definitely winnable. And tier 3 items have dropped, so this is where we might see some sort of potential turnaround. Like BKB is going to be up for this Ursa soon. Last we checked on this guy, he has a Battle Fury. Now he's very close to the BKB.
Very, very close. There's something I love coming up from Mumiander. I once hear this from him. If you gotta take 60 minutes to win the game, you gotta take 60 minutes of it. So try to not lose until you hit the timing. And I do feel like that's the motto of Dire side right here. Just gotta wait for the BKB, and you can see Lina skilling really well, getting into the Daedalus, and we have all seen what a late game Lina can do, right? Yeah. If you remember the game from RNG versus IG, I believe.
Oh yes.
Somnus surviving at 5 HP, clicking the Satanic, and then go back to full HP again.
With the Divine Rapier, right?
Yeah, so miracle can happen in Dota, that's the beauty.
That's why Dota has no surrender button, because only losers surrender.
True.
That is why I never call GG, I just abandon. So we get the Hex out online for the OD. Finally, that's a big item. Blink Disruption. Of course, the Ursa is going to try to go to work. There's no disruption to prevent this Ursa. But there is a banish though. They forgot about that. He does pop the Enrage and instantly silences the cliff. That the Ursa did. Blink, Omni Slash, Lina goes into Invis, but does have the dust on her. They can't really catch it. He's a bit too fast. But they can find a two-headed Ogre. So 2 more kills for Team LOA. This is the last stand, the last high ground tower for the Dire side, and this is pretty much gonna go down. No buyback for the Ogre. It should be Megas.
Pretty says he's like, alright, let's not finish the towers here, let's go for kills.
Go one last Ravage in front of the fountain. Oh, beautiful LSA, but no follow-up. See the Lina trying to man fight the Juggernaut. Legion Commander is gonna lose that. He gets a Hex. Lina gets chopped and sliced into ribbons. The freezing field just as a spectacle in the fountain. Not really doing too much damage. In fact, this Crystal Maiden kind of trapped, and that is the official GG because it's in all caps. So that's GG for sure.
So first we have small caps GG, and then GGWP, and now GGWP in all caps, and the game is still not over yet, Husky.
It's still not over yet, so it's not the official GG.
Let's play to the end. Let's play to the end, the Dire says, We are not giving up. We have Battle Fury on Ursa. There is some way to clear these Mega Creeps.
This is where the team comes to be like, guys, they have no Ravage, no Static Storm, no OD out. We can do this if we're alive.
We can do this, Kappa.
We can do this if we actually respawn, but we have 30 seconds on the CM. And of course, this is the Raiden that takes the fight straight to Dire. And that's gonna be the Ogre dead once more. We have Legion Commander. They dust him up. He gets the duel. It's gonna be between him and the Juggernaut, but it seems like our death team, they don't like playing fair, so this Legion Commander is also gonna die.
Yeah, it seems that the throne is gonna fall, so no GG is needed anymore.
Yeah.
If the throne is gonna fall here, and it seems like the developer team is gonna go into this best of 3 with a first victory, and this race will start 1-0 to their advantage.
Yeah, it's just fantastic gameplay from our dev team, and sometimes there is this thing where we see on some teams where instead of calling GG, they just let the enemy slowly whittle down their base, right? So they can re-strategize for game 2. Maybe that's what the Dire were going for.
Yeah, maybe throughout the time they're just talking about the draft.
Yeah.
Yo, Ursa, why do you go for the Battlefield? Why not just the Diffusal Blade, right? And I can't help but feel like the developer teams, they're coming in here serious, they are ready to play. It feels like they are already warm up, but the other side, I feel like they are not ready just yet. So this game too, they really have to buckle up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot is on the line, right? If you want to win something, you have to work for it. And this is the most, so that it's very rare that we get to see like dev team of any titles face off against like the players. This is one of the first one that I've ever seen a dev team being literally so hardcore. They're actually playing to win. Normally you will see people pick wacky picks, maybe like a Meepo support, but this one, they are here. They are actually here to win.
Yeah, if you actually take away the team tag, I would say that this could be something like an RNG draft, an e-home draft. A lot of good heroes, a lot of team fight, and you can definitely tell the OD rotation was crispy, and the Tidehunter with the Aghanimus build and multiple good Ravagers as well, and not to mention, the supports coming out from developer teams was really on point as well.
Yeah, I mean the Disruptor, right? It's 100% the MVP, so many early kills set up, and it just felt like the DotA didn't really have a way, at least in the game, to deal with our dev team. But do you think like it's kind of a draft issue, or that draft can actually work? They just need to kind of play out some phases of the game better.
I do feel like, we are going to have a better take if you are looking into the highlights, so let's tune into that in just a bit. My biggest concern here is that is it really worth going tri-lane against the Juggernaut? Because I feel like if you had the Ursa against the Thailander on the top lane, it could go a lot better, but it seems like that's not gonna be that wasn't their objective at all. They wanted to win big by pressing down the Juggernaut. It's just that it didn't go well for them.
Yeah, that's what I felt as well, right? I think, sure, there is the anchor smash, you can kind of reduce the damage of the Ursa, but you can still kind of slowly tear through the Kraken shell with your first sight, right? I think Juggernaut into Legion Commander. Legion Commander is one of my favorite heroes in the offlane, so I think against Juggernaut, that's actually not too bad, right? If you feel like the lane is going a little sour, you can always get like a bracer, right? Just press the attack. There is the a moment of courage. You can actually fight the Juggernaut, right? The one thing you want to do is, at least in those lanes, I feel, try to win the lane, push on towers. If not, you move with your team, get those early duels.
Yeah.
But that's not what we saw, so slightly unfortunate for the DotA side.
Yeah, and this OD last pick coming up from Radiant side was just icing on the cake, right? There's double banishment coming out from Radiant against this Ursa. You can tell Ursa, he was just struggling so hard to get some hits off because he's either banished by OD or banished by the SD, or maybe even just getting slowed by the SD ultimate as well. And if you look at this highlight right now, it's just always the Radiant side running down the lane and getting all these kills that they want, and you see Duo on the Juggernaut get saved instantly, and there's a healing ward to save others as well. It's just so nicely done coming out from the draft of the Radiant side. A lot of synergetic saves coming out of each other, and just making the job of this LC and Ursa a lot harder.
Yeah, just 3 forms of banish, right, with the Axe on this ODs. It's just how do you lock someone down? We can't get a duo off, you can't stick onto someone with the Ursa, and there's no diffusal to facilitate that as well. It's a very miserable Ursa game, a very miserable Legion Commander game. I think the only person who got to play a bit of DotA is the Lina, a couple of Lagunas that we saw throughout the game. But even then, it's just not enough. You could not hit the timing even after winning the lane.
OD was so close in dying here, but then those banishes are just saving his life. And look at this. Ursa goes into the game, wants to get some punches on the Zero Demon, get hexed, get banished, and get hammered, and his life is gone. All those farming that he did, he didn't even get to use his BKB as well. The BKB delivered when he was dead.
Yeah, and that's basically, it felt like the Ursa was banned from this game. You just can't play Dota at all. Well, coming into game 2, what do you think the approach is going to be from the DotA side? Draft-wise.
I think hero selection gotta be a little bit better. You don't want to pick Ursa into OD and also the Shadow Demon, and that's probably something that you want to ban out. I do think this OD's rotation are what is really killing DotA in the early game. We have seen multiple successful rotation from Bev, and she's always turning things into kills. But yeah, I mean, developer team looking very serious today, and I would expect nothing but more effort in the second game for them to close out this series.
Yeah, and of course it's going to be Team LOA taking the first game against Team Palo, which is our contestant, our competitor, who are trying to really find an edge against our devs. But so far, no luck at all. In fact, the game technically ended 10 minutes ago, but of course, if there's one thing we learned is that never give up. Dota is never over.
Yeah, even though the GGs are dropped per teammate, you can always override that.
Yeah, you can always override that. There's 10 seconds for you to rethink your decisions. Dota is a very kind game, right? You get to rethink your life choices. Like when you feel like giving up, you can be like, yeah, maybe I can try for like one more fight.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could give up, especially in the long day of grind.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in this 3 losing streak, and your mind tells you to, all right, Husky, stop, let's go for a walk. But your muscle will just go for another kill.
Walk now. The only walk I want to take is in Dota. That's the walk I want. I want to walk. I want to walk on the red carpet. I want to walk down mid lane, feed 10 kills. That's the walk I want to take. This is why.
the only walk that Joski would like.
That's the only walk this is why my match history always looks like I'm celebrating Chinese New Year. Right? It's just red all the way.
Oh, especially Chinese New Year is very close to us right now. So you guys out there, grinding some pops. Good luck to you guys.
And with that being said, that's going to be the end of game number 1. Of course, this is the best of 3. Maybe Team Power just needed a dose of reality to test the water and see how strong our dev teams are before they really bring out the big guns. We will go on a short break, and when we come back, it will be game number 2 of this best of 3, and we will see if Team Palo can at least bring us to full distance. We'll be right back. And we're back for the EPIC LOA Battle League of Ancients. Yes, you heard it right. The fusion and inspiration between Dota 2 and League of Legends and a T-based MOBA game. Do remember to check that out. But that was game 1 between our dev team, Team LOA and Team Palo. And I would say it was kind of beat down. My name is Husky alongside my dear analyst Arthur. King Arthur, I think you have been promoted. What can we expect for game 2?
Alright, I'm just guessing, like I said just now, I feel like the Team Palo was just not so ready to invite this aggression coming up from our developer team. Yeah. And once again, our dev team looking very ready, looking that they want to bring these prizes home. So Team Palos, I think if they want to match up and take this series to a little bit more even standard, I do think they have to buckle up in terms of their draft, in terms of their attention in the game. I would say, making some rotations when they are strong, understanding their peak. I think those are going to be very important for them.
Yeah, we did see a pretty passive early game, right? I think the first signs of aggression was from Beth himself with that OD media hammer. That's where we saw a bit more rotations around the map. But before then, both teams were just happily farming, getting their items, and these kind of passive games, the better team generally comes out on top, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like once Beth gets his Meteor Hammer, he was like quickly getting down the mid lane. There was no contest coming up from Dire side, and after the mid lane, that's just gonna open up the access to the jungle, and he was just able to walk across the lanes and get some kills, and that kind of just established the tempo for his team as well. Everyone after getting these kills going, and then you can see them starting to get warm up there.
Yep, and of course, we have not forgotten about our guests. We are going to bring our dear Panda back onto the desk because we have a lot to discuss about, right? The favorite ogre pick didn't win the game, but there is the OD. So welcome back, Pinda.
Hi guys, that was so insane.
So
you guys are shouting so much. I did like the ogre pit. I was pretty disappointed it was not a mid ogre, but the OD, holy cow, the OD was super good. The last pick, spot on.
Yeah, so that was kind of like what you wanted to see, right? The OD pick, and it came true in the mid lane. What you are best at. But going into game 2, do you think we're gonna see the same picks again? Still seeing the OD?
They have to ban this OD. Medusa was a really good ban too, and then like OD, it has to be banned because, like I said, if you lane against OD, it doesn't matter if it's mid, top, or like off. It's like you can't win like early game on. It's just he's too OP right now for sure, and that's a hero that you definitely want to ban. You either want to pick it up yourself or you definitely want to ban it if you don't want to. Because if you see a lot of pub games these days, like you can't lane against OD at all, and obviously the favorite item is there, right? The hammer. It's insane. You use it on the towers. It's an easy tower, and then plus with stun for everything. It's just combined so well. So I think it was definitely it was just a win. The last pick, they were saving the last for the best for the last.
You have been playing some OD recently, Pinda. Is there any tips that you would like to share with us, or maybe Team Palo, on how to actually deal with this annoying OD that's walking everywhere with this hammer?
No, you just ban it. That's the thing. You don't ban it.
Right.
Yeah, every time this, I'm not kidding. I'm trying to remember the games that I played against OD, right? And we haven't won a single game. I'm pissed right now. Because I'm trying to think. OD wins in lane. Even my carry, if my carry gets sick and tired of OD, he goes jungle. He's like, no. Forget it. This OD is too annoying. And he goes. Because OD has so much damage on the, his right clicks, first of all. It's just like you create. And, OD is something you tackle on later in the late game. But if you let this hero roam around, just, let it do whatever it wants, it just gets stronger. And it's, OD is something, it's a 4-hero man gank, I would say. And then plus it has a scepter too. It has that's I hate every time they had I got cut off. But I'm just saying it can save. It's a great hero to save yourself or the enemy trap it, or good for ganks. This is an all-round hero, and before the update it was a pretty shitty hero, but now it's a pretty OP hero. So yeah, the people say it's because of maybe the skills did matter here. Maybe one team was better, who knows? But in terms of heroes, I would say, yeah, that hero is something. It's something that you would pick it yourself. You don't want it in your enemy team at all. I hate dealing with an OD. It's always this last second save, and I'm like, why?
Well, there's good news
It's
for
just
you,
annoying.
Pinda. They banned the OD. The OD is
Oh, they did.
Yes, they banned the OD. They also banned the Disruptor. So I'm guessing that the Dire team is going to be Team Palo. We get a Pudge opening for Dire. On the Raiden, we get a Phantom Assassin, and we get a Spirit Breaker.
Nice. I mean, really very excited. Like, knowing this Pudge is gonna be there, there's always gonna be a lot of fun. And Oracle, something that we don't see too much. So Pinda, you talk about. You told us you wanted to see the OD and it came along. Is there any other hero that you want to see here?
The Bara is a good pick. I'm just wondering, do you think this is a support Bara or a core Bara? Usually I do, like, you know, it's a typical build. You build a shadow build on, you have a shadow blade on that Bara. It just charges you all over the map, and it's like what? The charge is level 4 is like 3 seconds? CD? No, wait, 4? Arthur, you should know that. I forgot the CD on the level 4 thing.
With Scepter, perhaps, but I think without Scepter.
And there's the shard too. There's a shard too. So a core Bara is, I don't know if they're playing mind games here. Maybe it could be a support Bara, but either way, this Bara is gonna be annoying. He just charges, uses Shadow Blade, and you're like, where the hell is this bull? Like, where? And you know, it's greedy. It's like the support on the other team gets greedy on this, right? They have to buy a lot of dust, and that's a lot of money too. It's a lot of cents. So this Bara is just like the alternate for techies, I would say. It's just like moving around without the bombs. Without the bombs. Because when you have a techie, supports deal like so much, like they have to, you know, they get super drained out because they can't even focus on their items. Like you would go for a Glimmer Cape and all that, but you have to, instead you land up buying a lot of sentries and a lot of, like, you know, all that. So this Bara will definitely be heavy on the other team because, you know, he's definitely going for Shadow Blade. I don't know if there's any other build that's popular with Bara. Is there? No, it's like you get the scepter, you get the shard, it's great. It cool down on that charge, and you just charge everywhere. You have the Tinker too. Now see, this is gonna be a great combo, right? Bara gives that vision, Tinker jumps in, just TPs in, and they're gonna have a great combo with that. I do like the Oracle pick on the other side though. It is a great save, honestly. It's gonna be great if they have a lot of magic bursts, as you can see from Tinker. And Pudge, I believe he's just gonna be annoying, moving all around, like yeah, Pudge can. I've played against Pudge mid and I lost, so I know how annoying it can be. I hate Pudge mid so badly because, yeah, it's just. But I guess this is not a Pudge mid for sure. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it that they picked Pudge first. This is a tournament, right? Why would you pick a Pudge as your support? There's so many great, like, other... It's a 4, right? It has to be a 4.
Unless you want to flex it on your opponent. You know, we are going to pick this shit here, and then we are still going to punish you, and we're still going to walk over you.
You know what this reminds me of? LGD. Remember that one game that they picked Pudge? Was it LGD?
I mean...
Speaking of
Sync, I think
yeah, right. I remember there was, like, one competitor... Well, I'm not sure if it's LGD, but I know
I think I know, but they picked it for fun. I don't know. They lost that game. They lost that game heavily, and they were like, they didn't care. Yeah, I know which game you're talking about. They did pick Pudge, and you know they didn't care. They were just like playing around. It was like, oh, you guys, we're just gonna play slow for now. Like whatever. You guys are just like anyway. I don't like this Pudge. I do like the Slaughter.
It could be a Pudge corridor, right? We get a Grimstroke and an Oracle.
Yeah. So we have a Slaughter on the off lane as well. So this Pudge could only go mid or carry role.
And Pinda's worst nightmare.
Oh man, I hate a Pudge mid. I really do. It's super annoying to deal with. It depends on, unless they have a TA. TA is really good with Pudge, like mid. TA can definitely own Pudge mid, for sure. I don't know. TC, but they have Tinker. Okay, never mind. Oh my god, what could... This Pudge, man, this Pudge is driving me insane. If it's a Pudge mid, I'm gonna throw away my headset right now.
Now you know if you run into Pinda in your pub game.
Just pick Pudge, right? You will get into like people will get into your head.
I will report you. I have 5 remaining reports until today. I've been saving up for special people like you. You pick a Pudge mid, I will report you. I will. I definitely will.
I don't play Pudge.
Yeah, thank goodness I'm not in the same bracket with Panda, so we're not gonna meet too much.
I'm on Pinda's side. I hate Pudge.
Exactly, but I'm confused though. They have the oracles, they have the grim I think it's 4 with Slaughter. It has a good combo. Like I think Grim definitely has a good combo with Slaughter. You have the stun, you have the double stun with Grim's second skill, and Oracle has to be 5, right?
Well, look at the post.
So what is this pudge?
Mid.
Yeah, it's gonna be mid, Pinda.
Yeah, according to that, it's gonna be a push mid.
Oh, I have 5 reports. If I was in this game, I would report 8.
There's still one more pick. Like we aren't sure yet. You know, like there's still one more pick. It could be a Grim mid for all we know.
Yeah, I mean Thompson has been playing a lot of Grim mid, so
Yeah.
I definitely want.
Come on,
super
man.
down to see that.
But he
I'm super
plays
down.
Grim mid in pub games. This is a tournament we're speaking here.
Oh,
right.
All the hero. It almost feels like all the hero that Pinda wanted to see is coming along.
Right, we see the Meepo, we see the
Did
Bara.
they actually hear us? How are they picking all those heroes? It's insane.
I'm pretty
See,
sure
I
one
told
of
already,
them are your
Meepo has to
friends.
be banned. Meepo has to be banned. Now this Meepo pick is gonna be interesting, but I still don't like the punch. I don't know where the punch fits in.
Oh, and
So
there's the
Winter is
winter
a great
wiring.
pick now.
That solves the problem.
Yes, that definitely solved the Meepo problem. Wow.
The Meepo problem, yeah.
I feel like even then, even without the winter, they kind of have different ways, right? Like you have Bara charge, you have the Tinker Blind from the laser that kind of bounces around. So not too bad, I would say. I think
Yeah.
for Radiant.
If
But
you look at this draft, Pinda, who would you think would have a slight advantage here going into the game?
Guys, I'm gonna go with Radiant here. I love the PA pick. It looks like very normal, like what you would play in tournaments, I would say. Can you see the name? I can't see the name underneath the pudge. Is Pudge Core?
just want to let you know that the dev team is actually on the dire side, so
So they will be playing the
they will
punch,
be
right?
playing the punch, yeah.
Yeah, so seems like they want to have a little bit of fun here.
Uh-huh. The
So
punch
with-
is in the dire side, right?
Yeah, with Ajax on the punch, so in the previous game he played Juggernaut.
Yeah.
So are we seeing a punch post 1?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about LGD
Oh my
punch,
god, no!
That was like a Shinkyu punch, right? That was
Yeah,
not
no.
an Ame punch.
Ame was the one playing carry punch. So
Oh,
I
right,
guess we are
yeah,
seeing
Ame
the
was the
very
punch.
similar stuff. You go for Hood and then Agonyms and then just run in and rot everybody.
I remember I see Jenkins like Octarine, Sanj and Kaya, right? And then you get like the spell lifesteal.
I mean, look at Pinda. She can't believe it already.
Are you actually telling me that's a Pudge 1?
It could, I mean, according to the player name, it could be. So predictions, Pinda, before we go in the game, who do you think is gonna win?
Radiant. Right? I can't see the names or anything, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for the Tinker, the PA, the Winter Wyvern, a bit like the heroes wise. Definitely, I think they got it. They got it, you guys. I'm gonna be watching this game so closely to what Pudge is doing. Seriously, if they win, I'll be impressed. I'll be super impressed.
Right, so the dev team has
For
someone,
sure.
has Pinda to impress, and also us to impress as well. I'm ready for game number 2.
Yeah, let's go right into the game. As we start, we are seeing Radiant. Tinker obviously is gonna be a mid, not so much of a surprise coming out from the roles. And for Dire side, we see Grimshaw is gonna go to the same lane as Slaughter, and then we most probably have Oracle going with Meepo. Alright, so Meepo, what do you think about this hero recently? I have not seen him for a very long time.
I have not. I think I have been celebrating the death of Meepo ever since they nerfed the experience distribution from Divided We Stand. Yeah, they nerfed that. I think that was kind of like one of the best days of my life, because now Meepo spammers are easier to punish, right? It's harder for them to catch up in terms of experience. But overall, I feel like because Dota has evolved so tremendously, people are thinking of so many creative ways to actually deal with Meepo. So I feel like Meepo is less than the threat that it was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, for sure. I just think that the nerf of Meepo was very crucial so as well, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm seeing a lot lesser booster in my bracket right now. I guess it's just because of Meepo getting nerfed, right? Because we all know that boosters,
They love Meepo.
Yeah, they love Meepo. They love to get in those free MMR of this hero.
Just like Meepo, Brute, Tinker, Skywrath,
Yeah,
Invoker, yeah, this.
But yeah, I mean, looking in the game right now, we are seeing, Radiant was saying it was too painful in the game 1,
Yeah.
and then developers are saying no pain, no gain.
So it's a punch mid.
Alright, so not the punch mid that we are looking for.
So it's a Meepo 1. Is it a Meepo 1 then? I feel like that is kind of the case, right?
I guess so. So this, I mean, Pinda is not going to be very happy looking at this punch winning, especially if this ends up going to win. I don't know what Pinda is going to feel. Maybe she's going to pick up Punch as his new mid hero.
Yeah, I mean, Pinda plays techies, right? So Punch shouldn't be too bad. Like if you play techies, I feel like Punch is going to be something that you are going to consider down the road. Sorry Pinda, I don't think you should complain too much about Punch because you play techies. But you know, to each their own. I don't play both. But if I have to choose one to deal with, I'd rather deal with a Punch mid than a techies.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see what's going to be the build for Punch. Because so far, I do think the kit of Punch could be good for the mid lane, because you always have the hook to instantly kill the range creep. That makes sure that you always have SP advantage. And looking at this top lane right now, we are seeing 2 dragons on the same lane, Winter Wyvern plus Viper, and you're going to suffer against these 2 dragons, man. There's a lot of harassment, there's a lot of long range kit to really zone you off the lane as well. And we are not really seeing Meepo just yet on the map, but I'm pretty sure Meepo is just gonna be Meepo. He's gonna farm, he's gonna get his Dragonlance, multiple Skadies, and then maybe try to honor you with that.
I feel like the Meepo is gonna have a really hard time once he gets that Divided We Stand, because you split the blast, you have the Nether Toxin, like everything is against this Meepo, right? Sure, Beth can use that Face Edict to keep that Meepo safe, but you can only save 1 Meepo. You have 4 Meepo. It's like you have 4 children to take care of, and you can only protect 1, right? So this is gonna be a bit tough for the Oracle. But bottom lane, we get the Slithering Crush on this Bara. This is a Bara support, starting with double braces and 2 Ironwood branches. So he really wants to front line and just beat this slaughter in whenever he can.
Yeah. So both sides definitely want to be a lot aggressive right now, and you can tell that Radiant, they said it was painful, so they definitely know that this game is not gonna be easy. And like Pinda said, they have all the tournament heroes, the PA, the Tinker, the Bara. These are all the OP heroes that we are seeing a lot more in competition today. Top lane, Meepo, like we said, these 2 dragons are just really tough to deal with. They're always gonna be here, zoning you out of the experience zone, making sure that you don't get any free last hits.
Oh, the Tinker getting hooked back, and that's the Rot First Blood for Ajax. And that's the Punch dominance in the mid lane. Now we know why he is so annoying to deal with. Has a South, he's gonna be back up to full health. That's gonna really slow down the Tinker's progression in this game. He's already not doing too hard, only 8 last hits compared to the Punch 19. So this is only going to get more and more difficult for the Tinker.
I wonder if we are gonna see a lot more Punch in the mid lane, because I do think, the strength gains is wonderful. Every single kill you get, it is unlimited stack.
Yeah, retroactive, right? You can always get it when you want it. I think despite this Meepo having kind of a more difficult lane, he is keeping up in last hits. I think just because of that he's already doing such a good job, right? He's doing more than what we expect him to against the Wyvern and the Viper.
Yeah, for sure. I think one thing about Meepo is that you can always get yourself into the jungle and bottom side.
The Bara does die. Of course, the bash on this PA doesn't really have the blur, I think. No, she does not. The right click will finish her off. So the bottom safe lane of Team Palo falling.
Yeah, this is just another successful lane going towards the way of our developers here. My Team Cucumber, proved to be a very strong. Grimshaw is just proving to be a very strong partner with the Slaughter. There's multiple chain stun coming out of these 2 heroes, a lot of burst damage with the bash, with the Stroke of Faith as well. The only lane that is kind of going good is really this top lane from Viper and Wyvern, and I really want to see how they are gonna, capitalize on this and try to snowball their game out from this lane, because mid lane you are seeing a level 4 Tinker versus a level 6.
And that's an Ops deny as well from the Punch. Just Ajax, so much awareness. And they do get a charge and beat this starter to death, but here comes Punch. Ajax looking for the hook. Gets sidestepped instantly by the PA. Winter Wyvern does go down in the top lane, and that is huge. I mean, I don't know how that happened. They do sacrifice the Meepo in return. Now this Oracle will have to start running away. Beth turning around, does not have enough damage with the Purifying Flames to finish off the copy. So it would settle for a trade, but definitely a win for Team Palo.
Yeah, speaking about Kopi, he was playing the CM in the previous game, and now he's on a Viper. That is a very big difference in the nature of the heroes. So it seems to me like Kopi is telling his team, alright guys, stop giving me CM. I want to be a strong hero in the lane. I want to be the one putting up pressure, and he's definitely doing that right now.
Yeah, I feel like if your captain drafts you Crystal Maiden, that is just saying that yeah, this is your life right now. You are gonna have 40 minutes of misery, right? It feels like Crystal Maiden is one of the more miserable heroes to be,
especially in a losing game.
Especially in a losing game, and as I say, that copy is gonna be ensnared and or binded and taken out by this Meepo. Sure, they are winning, but I feel like that lead could have been so much more for this Viper Wyvern.
Oh yeah, for sure. At top lane, I mean, look at Meepo, man. Once he hits his pick, he's just going right at it.
And the Earthbind does go wide. Bottom lane, laser comes through. They do finish off the Mighty Cucumber. Because with gets a good crush, they have the rocket to follow up. But of course the Slaughter does have the Guardian Sprint, so he is out of there.
Oh, I like this build coming up for Spirit Breaker, just stacking a lot of strengths with the Brazier, with the Column of Strengths. He is really ready to put himself into the team, into the enemy's team, and just create all the space for Tinker to come in with the laser, with the rocket. Because someone need to do that, right? Someone need to create the vision. And like Pinda mentioned in drafting phase, Bara, Tinker is just a very strong combination together.
By the way, look at where Ajax is. This punch is cutting the mid wave.
Alright.
In that mid lane, even as an observer war in the jungle, in case they start stacking for this Tinker, so they are prepped. Meanwhile, Inkswell, Oracle in the bottom lane, it explodes, and that's gonna be the PA dying with no way of this Bara saving him at all. I mean, this Bara has a lot of stats, but that's pretty much it. Now, we have the Dismember on the Tinker. Ajax does have the hook to work with this Tinker, dropping really low. A point blank hook will do the job. The laser is there, and Ajax gets punished.
Yeah, you gotta remember those lasers, they are pure damage, so no hood, no brazier, no amount of magical resistance is gonna help you sustain towards that huge pure damage.
Oh, the charge. Does have the crush. Easily gets the stun off.
Are they gonna turn?
Well, it's giving him the movement speed to get away. They have the Phantom's Embrace. That's a level 3 Phantom's Embrace on this Crimson. So really wanting to keep this PA in place and not letting those daggers fly. But of course, with the Tinker getting the kill on this Pudge, it definitely feels a bit better.
Yeah, knowing that Pudge, he is the richest player on the dire side, and now he's gonna find himself another kill, so that only means that these strength stacks are gonna keep going up and keep going up, and I want to see, you know, something like a 6k HP Pudge roaming around, dancing around in front of the enemy fountain. That's what I want to see in this game.
Just a lot of rotations, and there is an Observer Ward. Ajax, he knows it. A hook on point. Level 5 Viper, no chance of getting out. They will give it. Oh, well, Ajax still gets it with the rod. He even uses the smoke to get it to again make a rotation. He's gonna beeline towards that mid lane and try to find his Tinker. But it feels like this game is a bit better than game 1 for Team Palo.
Oh yeah, for sure. At least there is some aggression or a punishment coming out from Radiant's side, right? This time.
Oh boy.
Speaking of that, Tinker.
Oh, that's gonna be an instant death. Fortune's End into Dismember. They don't even need to hook. They just rot him. I'm gonna take a small harpy with him as well. Hopping TP's in, but I don't think they can do much. Meanwhile, bottom lane there was some aggressions, but no kills in return. In fact, this Spirit Breaker is the one who is in danger. The Phantom's Embrace is gonna take him out, and he knows he's dead. One last crush will do the job, and this PA at least wanting to get something in return, but the Phantom's Embrace again returns to the Grimstone. Now he silences up the PA. He's not able to cancel it off, so the Mighty Cucumber will have no problem letting it loose once more. This is just a terrible state to be in. And of course, the Grimstone will be the one who gets the kill. The Mighty Cucumber, mighty indeed.
Yeah, here comes the Tinker though. The rocket spams are gonna take down the Slaughter, so a little bit uncareful there. But here comes Ajax. Ajax says, "I'm gonna get the revenge for you." Is he gonna land the hook? Ooh, not quite on point.
It's a bit off prediction.
That was a good try though.
That was a good try. That could have been a sick hook.
Yeah, you miss all the shots that you don't take, right?
Yep.
So.
And now we know where the Tinker is, and it's going to be the top lane. They want to try to kill this Oracle, but Beth does have to face Edict, and DWO is there. This Meepo is going to pop up, gets blinded by the laser, so you can't really jump on this Tinker as freely as you want to. They even bring the PA up here. So this really, Team Palo really want to play as a team.
Yeah, there's going to be the tower push here, or PA.
Wow.
Very aggressive here, but this is a level 5 PA against a level 6 Oracle. Yeah. Not something that you see often.
Yeah, instantly gets punished. That's a corrosive haze. And
Okay,
Copy pops up, okay, pops up with the Invis rune. Should be able to kill the Oracle, as there's no false promise. But to what avail, though, the price he pays is going to be with his life tidbit. A bit too late. Winter's Curse, the jungle camp. and actually doesn't do anything, and now he's gonna lose his life. Meanwhile, Ajax finds the Tinker. This is a tragedy for Team Paolo.
Yeah, 4-0. Ajax getting another solo kill to himself thanks to the Blink Dagger picked up by him.
Oh, here we
comes
go.
Vara.
Does have the Nether Strike. Blink Hook cancels the charge. It still has and the Dismember to make sure that the Spirit can't get another strike. Oracle comes in with the false promise. And another kill for Ajax.
And that is exactly why they first picked the Pudge, right? That these guys have some moves.
Yeah.
They're blinking. That is PogChair right there, you know. That is greatness, recognizing greatness.
Can't even get mad at that. The only thing missing is the tip.
True. Blink Dagger available, very early timing here, picking up by Ajax, and once again they're just having so much vision, right? You talk about the deep vision plays by Ajax, that is definitely giving them a lot of information to play with right now.
Oh, Blink, Dismember, the Butcher is here, and that's another kill. This one is going to be Beth taking it with the Purifying Flames.
Kill secured.
Yes, there's a courier. They find it. Let's copy courier. Oh, that's the energy booster, so super unlucky.
Oh, that is 800 gold going down the drain for 2 minutes, and this is where Team LA, the developers, they are gonna look to push some towers with this siege creep right now. You are seeing 4 heroes on the top lane. Oh, mid lane. That's
boy, they found a Tinker again. That's a level 10 Tinker. Spare this guy. Ajax has no mercy at all.
Oh, he's absolutely having a lot of fun here. Like last game, he was on the Juggernaut, right? Like getting baited a little bit by the Ursa, and now you know that he is angry. He wants those revenge now.
Yeah. When your post one picks a punch, man, you know that thing. You know that he's serious. He's serious about winning.
Yeah. Oh, Meepo. This is a platinum tier Meepo, by the way, that we are looking at. Ether Blade very, very soon.
Oh no, they find copy this time. I kind of felt like, I mean, Ajax he has 7,100 net worth, but I think a bulk of the net worth is from farming heroes.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know what's gonna come after farming heroes? Those strength gains are gonna come in, and every kill you give to Pudge, he's just gonna get more and more unkillable.
They're gonna try, charge in, Nether Strike, pops him back. He has 2,200 health. How are they gonna get through that? Ajax just stands there, wants to take the tier 1, hooks the Tinker in, but of course not going to go for the Dismember. In fact, the mass TP into the mid lane, he just got his Code of Defiance. They don't have a way to lock him down, so Ajax just walks away. The dagger not gonna connect, and Beth is there to top him up. So this Pudge gets the bottle refill with that bounty rune. He is A-OK.
For sure. And we are looking at PF farming as fast as she can right now in the mid lane, but she's really not having those farming items, nothing like a Mask of Magnus, nothing like a Battle Fury. He seems like she's going into the Daisel because she might feel like there's just not much space anymore in the game for him, and there's another blind hole coming out from Pudge, really trying to get the Tinker.
Yeah, it's just a bit too late. Tinker just TP'd out. But at least you have this Wyvern who can hold this dead lane on his own, right? Splinter Blast, level 4. It's going to be a bit hard for Team LOA to kind of push down those structures. But they haven't... I feel like this Pudge is just so beefy that no one on Team Paolo can take it down. At least not before this PA gets the Deso, right?
Oh yeah. And speaking about Deso, that's so far away, but you know what's here already? The Aether Blade is done on the Meepo, so...
That's going to be a charge. You get the Dismember on this Winter Wyvern, making sure that no Winter Skirt is going to be out. Not that it matters too much though. He's gonna use it on the Pudge, but Ajax just a good hook straight into the tree lines.
I have a feeling that Ajax is a basketball player as well because he has been super on point and accurate so far.
Yep.
And on the other side, Bev also managed to take down the PA, so this PA is really not having a game so far, I would say.
Yeah, when you're dying to the Oracle solo, that's a big problem. Ajax looking for more.
Yeah, I guess we are just gonna look at Ajax right now because he's just running across the map, getting all the kills that he can, and he's also going to go for a boost of travel as well, so that's gonna help him move around the map a lot more in a faster speed, and we are gonna see a lot more action coming out from him.
I mean, if our observers want to annoy Pinda, then we can just put it on director camera, on a player cam, just on Ajax, right? That's gonna do the job. They found the Winter Wyvern. With the Inkswell, the Mighty Cucumber is dominating. So this Grimshaw also having a field day. We see Ajax going for the spell steal talent. It's gonna be even harder to kill.
And he picks up a bounty run as well. Like, that is just Gaben rewarding his performance, right? Alright, guys, we don't have any more push pick in the mid. Thanks for playing this. Here's the bounty run for you.
Yeah. His voice line was, what was the voice line again? Thanks for playing DotA or something, right?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Thank you for playing DotA. Thank you for playing Push. Gives him a bounty rune with that shovel. They're looking for more targets, of course. Oh, they see this Bara charging. Where's he going? It's going into the Diet Triangle. Kopi not so lucky. Does have the Viper Strike, but not that it matters. Another +1 strength. And they catch this Spirit Breaker in the river. Gonna try and bash him up. Indeed they do. Fortune's End. Arcane Rune stolen. Of course they have the Phantom's Embrace to prevent any sort of charge. That's a death for the Spirit Breaker for sure. It's gonna be picked up by the mighty Cucumber.
Yeah.
Triple braces on the Spirit Breaker.
Triple braces is not gonna save you from all the bashes coming out from Slada. Slada also picked up the Blink Dagger for himself, so look at him, he's already looking for more kills. And this is rare. I feel like Radiant said they might want to stick together for a little bit because they are getting picked off one by one across the map. And in a losing game, you are not gonna get back into the game by farming. You need to fight back at some point.
Yeah, and it's very hard to fight back when your PA is getting caught out. Purifying Flames, oh, barely missing the mark. They had the charge onto this Slada, but the rest of the team, at least from the death team, they are there. PA is going for the Deso just like what we expected. If they had Battlefield, just taking too long. The Winter Raven caught out in the open, does have the Winter's Curse, but still dies to the rot. They find the mighty Cucumber. That's a mega kill streak given away, so it is something. Stifling Dagger on its Oracle. Beth takes the crit in the face. Then the charge actually hits on the Meepo as he poofs in. So they kill the Meepo, they kill the Oracle. Double kill for the Tinker. Things are turning to be pretty well for Team Palo.
Yo, this starting to look like a comeback for Team Palo. Developer team, you need to be a little bit careful here because it seems like your rewards, your prize today are looking a little bit dangerous. If you want to take that home, you might want to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, we did mention this. There are a multitude of ways to deal with this Meepo, and of course the one we saw just now, slightly unexpected, you poof into a charge. But for this Winter Wyvern, Tidbit just came back to life, and I guess he will have to spend a couple more moments in the fountain. Another 30 seconds on the grey screen.
Oh, bottom side Tinker.
Oh, the blink out in time. Can they kill this Slada? This don't have enough damage. The charge is dead though, and that's gonna be sufficient. Ajax happens to TP bot as well. Does have the boost of travel, so this Spirit Breaker needs to be careful because I think I need some time to get back to base. But we are seeing Radiant slightly fighting back.
And this is what we would like to see because Radiant, we definitely know that they have the fighting spirits from game 1. After dropping some GGs and then not going away, you can definitely tell that they want to play to the end. And now PA showing up at the bottom side with DD Rune, and it seems like a Meteor Hammer is standing on his to him from the career too. So Deso is going to be up. This is where the developer teams will want to be a bit careful because Deso on PA, she can burst you down easily, and also she can do that and then turn into a Roshan, get the Aegis for himself, and that's going to be a very scary sequence. So let's see how the developer teams are going to deal with this pressure coming up from them.
And that's the Deso picked up at the PA, a fresh Deso as well. There might be a chance, but unfortunately they found Copy. Copy is dead. PA wants to go in but gets chain stun, so not able to dish out any form of damage as Team LA brings 4 to the bot lane and they find 2 kills.
Yeah, I guess one saving grace from LA is that they do have the EB for the PA, and PA has no BKB or Manta, or even the Agonyms to dispel the
and there's a Face Edict, right?
Yeah, the Face Edict. Oh, that is the combo.
That is the silence, the Face Edict and the Phantom's Embrace, right? Just a budget version of Decrepify Phantom's Embrace.
Alright, so what do they need to do to come back to this game? They kind of need the developer teams to overstand a little bit, and they also need to be there present to punish that kind of over-aggression. So once again, man, just splitting up when you are losing, not particularly the best option sometimes. Sometimes you do have to find an angle to come back into the game by fighting back, and I do think when the enemy team is super aggressive, those are when these are the moments that you can have some kind of
you want to punish them, right?
Yeah, to punish them.
They might be engaged. Oh, the poof in. They found the PA. Split from the Spirit Breaker. Dead again. And he just came back to life, so not even able to get much from. I feel like the Tinker doesn't really want to join the fight until he gets the axe. So Last we checked, he is 1,000 gold away from the Agni Scepter, but his team will have to pay the price for it. This time it's going to be the Spirit Breaker card. We hear this member as well away. It is going to be Copy. He wants to stand his ground, but this punch is just way too beefy. The mech comes true, but the crush from this Slada and the Meepo combined will finish the job.
Yeah, unfortunately, Radiant said they're just dropping one by one right now. They are actually in a pretty safe space because they are actually behind the tier 2 tower. It's just that Team LA, they don't give a damn. They're way too strong, lead by this punch. You can always just blink in and dissemble someone, and it doesn't seem like there's anyone ready to stop that at all.
Yeah, they actually don't have much crowd control to cancel this member, right? You need a charge, another strike, Winter's Curse, that's pretty much it. This punch has 3,000 HP. In 21 minutes.
Yeah, this is the kind of punch that Pinda wouldn't want to see in the pubs. And speaking of Tinker, she's very, very close. Oh, right, that's a big kill.
And that's the X. That's the Agni Scepter. He's gonna have enough go for the point booster. They lose the PA though. I'm not really sure if that's gonna be worth it, but I guess we will find out pretty soon. The shard will be the next item for the March of the Machines. Really wanted to. That I guess that's pretty good considering the state that they're in, right? You can kind of negate the push, but those lasers are gonna start hurting, so gotta be careful. They are bouncing through. False Promise force up. That's gonna be the charge, and now Beth doesn't have any sort of protection. This Tinker is about to rack up some kills. Give it a double. At least 3 down from Team LOA as Palo finds their footing.
Alright, this Tinker power is starting to show right now with the Agonies picked up. That was a big kill that Meepo just gave away to the Tinker that helped basically donated her Aghanim Scepter here and Mighty Cucumber. 1 versus 1 with the Bara. Who's gonna win this?
He's actually dealing a lot of damage, and of course Ajax shows up.
Yeah, I mean Ajax has been just getting a lot of solo kills for himself, and also, but however though, we are not seeing the Purge really presenting in a team fight so far, but I guess it's gonna be very soon because this Tinker is starting to become a very big trouble for them, and this is where the developer teams really want to start giving some respect to the Tinker, because if he's left unchecked, you see how much damage he's able to do.
Yeah, and I don't think Face Edict can deal with the laser, right? It's still pure damage. Yep. It goes through.
Mass of Machine coming up from Tinker, getting the shard. He knows that this game, he has a lot of responsibility for holding this game now to buy some time for PA. So picking up the shard really early on, and then he's trying to go into an overwhelming blink. And for PA, really dying to get her BKB, because we have seen over and over time, PA just getting controlled by the disables of developer teams, and she just doesn't really have a way to get out of trouble a lot of time without the magic immunity.
Yeah, and so far the Tinker needs to play a perfect game. Sure, he suffered some early deaths in the hands of Pudge, but right now he is the biggest contributor to getting all these isolated kills. And this PA finally getting some breathing room to farm up with that Deso and head towards that BKB as fast as possible. We get double E-Blade from the side of Team LOA, and it could be a triple E-Blade if the Mighty Cucumber gets rich enough to purchase that. And you have the Face Edict, so there's a lot of auto attack prevention. So Nullifier feels like a very crucial item that this PA has to get somewhere down the road.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there's the W coming out from Oracle as well that can disarm you. So a lot of disarm, which means that this BKB is really all that she needs to be able to join the team fight and actually be able to output damage. And finally, we are seeing a 4-man smoke coming out from developer teams. Do they have any vision on the map though? They kind of don't, so they're walking into the enemy triangle blind right here.
It's gonna be popped by Copy. I guess this way, Copy, he's kind of done his job, right? Giving his life away, at least exposing this 4-man gank from the side of Team LOA. I think it's cancelling the TP, but seems like the Death found more. Oh, it's the PA trying to get to the BKB, but unsuccessful as Ajax will find that kill. We get a couple of rockets coming out from the Tinker, but it is not even close to being enough. In fact, Slada will be getting to his Agni Scepter very soon. This is going to be a very important hold from this Tinker.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't be too bad. Oh my goodness! Look at the stage, but where did they come from? What?
Wow! Splinter Blast plus laser. That is some damage.
Yeah, I'm just Slada was very surprised because she looked at me, I look at her, I'm like, what? Where is this damage come from? But yeah, that's the power of Tinker, man. Oh, however, once again just getting down the Meepo, and you said, right, this laser is gonna be the kryptonite for this this meeple, and it is definitely showing so. And there's just not so much item that meeple can pick up against the laser, right? You kind of just have to pick up a hex at this point and try to kill the meeple before, try to kill the Tinker before he kills you.
Yeah, and the Push somehow has to get on top of the Tinker, but with that March of the Machine, it's just almost impossible to have that blink available. And of course, there are certain ways to save the Tinker as well. And it's going to take kind of a bit of an effort, right, with this Wyvern and Spirit Breaker, but it's definitely doable. They have BKB piercing skills if they need it. Guardian Greaves now on copy. He can give up his life, but he is still keeping that team in this game, to a certain extent. Going for the Shroud as well. Ethereal Shroud as well, so that's going to be good. I see Ajax. Oh, he just walks in. I don't think they have damage to finish him off though, so Ajax is fine.
So tanky!
Look at this guy! Look at his 28 health regen, but the Tinker found the Slaughter. Well, Tinker is far from home, he might die, and he's gonna be dead.
Alright. Well, this is definitely worth it though. Like, you are dropping Slaughter, but in return you finally get this red bot down, and this is where you want to walk right into the Roche. You don't have to deal with the Tinker anymore. So Roshan gonna be an easy piece of cake here for Team Elder A, it seems. And this is definitely the item that they need, right? You need to have double life up against this strong high ground defense coming out from Radiant side, because you kind of have to dive the Tinker to kill him so that you can get Roche, you can get to the high ground so far. So that's gonna be the very big challenge for him. I say that though, Winter Wyvern, not as lucky.
Just instantly blown up. And Pudge is going to get his Agnes Scepter, so big rod radius coming out for Pudge.
Alright. Still though, with this Aegis, we know that the Dire side, they don't really have the traditional carry that you want to go to late game with. So that is still a little bit of trouble, but a copy.
He's just walking around this Viper. He has 4,000 HP.
20 stacks on
20 stacks on this Pudge.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling it. And Aghanimus is coming up very soon too for the Pudge, so that's gonna enable him to rot a lot bigger AoE on the rod. Oh,
that's gonna be a Slaughter. There is a Deso. Okay, here comes the Tinker, and Slaughter knows that he's dead. Ajax is here, but runs into the Tinker, and they boop him back with another strike. This is gonna be a huge streak, a godlike streak going to the PA, and they find a Grimstroke as well. A huge goal injection for Team Palo.
Oh.
They do lose Tidbit to the Meepo, but I think that was a really good fight.
Yeah, I mean, Tinker was just absolutely destroying Team LA right now with those lasers, and the pure damage, man, just especially with the Aghanims, right, just so good against tanky heroes.
And he's looking for more. That's gonna be the Meepo. He wants to pull away. Gets out just in time, but look at who is on the case. It's gonna be the Bara. He's gonna go all the way. That's the Aegis dead. And they don't really have a way to save him, so this Bara is going to try and buy time for this Tinker to TP back with that fresh mana pool. This Bara really
Tinker
holding on, the Urban is there. Can they get the laser in time? No, Bara will go down, but they have the PA. That's the fresh BKB. False Promise not, he's going to keep the Oracle alive for now, but he will eventually fall. And look at the lasers, it's preventing the Meepo from ever hitting this PA. It's just blind after blind after blind. And that is the full wipe for Team Palo.
Oh, you guys have a Tinker problem right now. You might recognize it, but it might be too late. This Tinker overwhelming up soon, and that's the PogChamp from Bara for his Tinker this time. Not for a Pudge, but actually for a Tinker.
You know things are getting a bit heated when the entire team is sipping their mineral water. And it's like, guys, I think we have a problem.
Yeah, yeah. This is where when you're nervous, right? You're just gonna get a couple of sips of water here, and if you look at the replay right there, it's just Tinker demolishing the entire team of Dire side with all those blinds after blinds. There's no tradition, there's no natural way to get to this Tinker. So
yeah, this Tinker is playing the best game of his life. Maybe he was the one who kept cancelling the GG, right?
Yeah, guys, let me show you I have what it takes to come, to carry you, bunch of noobs. Just stop calling GG already.
Just stop typing GG, we can win this. But there are still some ways, right? Do you think that at any point that this Tinker might want a BKB in case there's a hex from the Meepo?
Oh yeah, that's for sure too. I think whenever you are in this 1 versus 9 mode, right, a BKB is always very crucial for you. We have seen over and over again a Tinker with a BKB just proving himself to be unkillable. I think Nothing to Say was like a big fan of getting the BKB plus Lincolns. So you have a lot of ways to survive, especially with the Matrix, and a lot of different ways to kill everyone on your enemy set as well. So Tinker definitely have a lot of responsibility on his shoulder right now, but PA is really benefiting on all those kills coming up from Tinker because she has been getting a lot of space.
And he's slowly catching up, right? He got a beyond godlike streak by killing the Punch just now. So that is whether it's kills or assists at this PA, he's really feeling good. And then we saw the BKB come into play. Finally, Viv will buy that Aghanim Scepter. So we get the puddle for the Slada. But overwhelming blink, like you said, on the Tinker, he's queuing up the Shiva's Guard. Does have the Octarine if he wants to buy it, has the components ready. But meanwhile, the Crush goes wide. It's gonna get stunned now. So this Winter Wyvern's gonna lose the slide. Tinker coming in with a TP, blinks away. There's the BKB used by the PA. He's gonna be bitten, but the stun from the rocket cancels the dismember. Now they get the false promise, but it's not like it's gonna matter too much. Slada instantly gets obliterated, and here comes the Bara, charges in, hits on the support. Triple rockets coming through, and they all fall like dominoes. They lose the Wyvern, but they find 3, and it's gonna be the 4th. This Meepo is in no man's land, and Team Palo wins another fight.
Yeah, we were talking how Team Palo, they need to buckle up, and this is definitely them showing that, right? Game 1, we underestimate you. Game 2, we're gonna bring some big guns here with the Tinker. And for Team LA, the developers, they need to start targeting down the Tinker in the fight first, because if they don't, this Tinker, if he's on free reign in the team fight, he's just gonna be able to drop all those Razors and Rocket, and he's also level 25 now, so those Rockets comes with a mini stun.
Yeah, and that was what I just didn't expect, right? The Spamper cancelled by the Rocket stun just now. He was able to still find the PA. He has his fresh BKB, did use it just now. And they actually didn't use it when he went for Dismember, so that was kind of like the unfortunate part of that fight. But they found the Bara. It feels like these kind of kills are not really helping them as much as they want to. Only a 4k goal lead.
Yeah, they could still get all these kills very easily on anyone that's not Tinker, but I guess the saving grace for them is just, they still have some good cash if they want to make use of them, but they really need to start to pin down where is the Tinker. So some kind of Tinker ward would be really good here, could really come in handy, because if they can kill the Tinker once, that could be the big win condition here for the developers.
Yep. Still 15 seconds for the clutch. Of course, for the PA to come back.
What?
And, oh my goodness, the damage is it.
Alright.
That's a lot of damage. He just destroyed the Wyvern.
That's the potential of the mid purge here. I wish Pinda is seeing this,
I'm pretty sure she's either watching or she turned off her screen. She's like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
Travesty.
And this is where Pinda should definitely tune in though, because the Purge team is on danger right now.
Yeah.
And I guess he should be the one cheering, whenever if the Purge really lost this game.
She will be impressed, right? She says she will be impressed if Purge wins this game. There's still a chance for them to win, right? It's still not impossible. And finding the Tinker is definitely step number 1 to solving 99% of their problems. But oh boy, look at this Tinker. Just destroying this Meepo. That's 1,000 gold. That is so much gold.
What? You get 1,000 gold from killing Meepo?
But without a streak.
Alright. I mean, sometimes this is the biggest mystery in Dota. I just can't wrap myself around that. How do you get so much gold from someone that's not having a streak? That's insane.
Meepo has been dying like the past few fights, and he still gets 1,000 gold from killing him.
Yeah, I think this is where really Meepo needs to start getting himself a tax, because we are starting to see Meepo. I mean, Tinker he was just jumping right on top of Meepo.
Yeah.
Have no care at all.
Oh, they found the PA. Oh, that damage is way too much. And of course the Viper Strike, yeah, and doing nothing to the Punch. That's got the Guardian Script, but oh boy.
Here comes
the Tinker, here comes the Tinker. There is the BKB and the Face Edict, but the Tinker is in the back line. That's the double kill. Tinker trying to find this Punch, and it's going to be on top of him. BKB, this is going to be the crucial kill, and they bite in with the Dismember. They finally lock him down. The Tinker problem has been solved temporarily. 100 seconds without this Tinker, and they will also wipe up the Spirit Breaker. And after so long, they get him to be out of the fight.
Well, that was such a clutch play from Pudge 2. That was such a hard pin down. He got saved by the Oracle. That was a crucial save. And it enables him to use the dagger when he was getting hit. So he managed to jump right onto the Tinker. And now he's going in for more! Tinker is so buyback!
That's a dive for the Tinker, and I think Ajax single-handedly have won themselves the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you play that mid punch. And of course, the mighty Cucumber will stand his ground. And of course, it all comes down. Who does not? The most hated hero in Dota. Punch is the game-winning hero, and GG is called. And this time, I think it's most likely going to be an official one. I don't see a way for Team Palo to come back into the game. And of course, for Pinda, she will have to sleep on the fact that Punch just won the game.
Yeah, I mean, GG is getting cancelled here once again. Like game 1. But this game, it was really up to Tinker. Tinker was having a fantastic game, but like we said, right, you died once, and all of a sudden that was such a big winning condition, and Ajax jumped in immediately to get the dieback on the Tinker, and that kind of just sealed the deal.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. The Ancient is going to fall, but of course, Team LOA, the Death, they were made to work for the win, and of course, they will eventually win the game 2-0 in this best of 3. But it's definitely a closer game between these two teams.
Oh, this is a lot more entertaining for than a game 1 for sure, and you can tell that the developers, they are having a lot of fun, especially with this first pick punch, really proving that these heroes have a lot more potential that we don't know about.
Yep.
I guess I don't like it just because I'm not a punch player myself.
Yeah, for me, I guess it's fine. Thankfully, it is not a pro game, so you know, we probably won't see this in our pubs. I mean, we already do, but not as good as what we witnessed.
Yeah,
I think that's the silver lining.
So with this victory, I believe developers are going to take away a lot of prizes, 1 alpha and beta capsule for each of them on the team, and more importantly, 5,000 League of Ancients tokens.
Yeah, and that's just, I mean, a huge dub for the dev team, right? Like, what else could you ask for? Just being able to come back from a deficit. But of course, that thing, Game 1, it was a highlight reel for the dev team. Game 2, it was a highlight reel for everyone. There is a lot to unpack. Most of them were from the Tinker and the Punch. Both mid laners play a fantastic game.
Yeah, for sure. And now we are looking at the highlights. It's just, I mean, the early game was just Dire side totally dictating the game, right? Until the Tinker really come in with the laser spams, with the blink dagger timing, and that was where this game gets a little bit dangerous for the Dire side, I would say, and that was not the prettiest winter curse that T-Beat would want to have in his career, I would say.
Yep, definitely not. But if the game went slightly better in the early phases, I felt like Team Palo would have had a way better chance, right? They were playing from a deficit the entire game. There was no point in the game where they had any semblance of goal advantage, but that one Tinker was kind of the lifeline for the team.
Yeah, you can tell that Ajax on the punch was having a lot of fun as well. That was a good blink back hook to cancel the charge, and even Bara himself said PogChamp to the play. So you'd love to see that. You'd love to see, you know, credits are given to good plays, because I do feel like friendly tips are not so popular right now.
Yeah, definitely not, right? I think Dota has evolved to a state where, you know, whatever you, like all the tips that you give to your opponents or the chat room lines you spam, they all get into the opponent's head. So
yeah,
that's kind of the state that we're at right now. But we were missing some tips in this game. I felt like they expanded it on in game 1 so that we couldn't see it. Slightly unlucky, but the Phantom Assassin kind of having a very miserable game through and throughout.
Yeah, for sure. And this is where Tinker is going to come in. I mean, I'm sure the highlight reel where he start coming in and kill everybody is gonna be witnessed very, very soon. But this is where Tinker, I believe he get like a triple kill in this fight as well. And that's just the, you know, whenever you're trying to kill someone else, you're expanding your spells to them, and then all of a sudden you lost checked on the Tinker, and just look at him go. Just dancing on Dire side and just spamming in all those lasers. It's such a nuisance to do.
Don't even need a ward, right? Your PA is your personal moving vision. Of course, everything was going super well, but I think one of the biggest turning point was that Team Palo definitely did not expect the punch to do so much damage, and this is the cleanup fight for Tinker, right? TP is right in front of the punch, no problem, still wins the fight. And for a while, they actually had a really good chance of coming back.
I actually thought they are gonna have to come back in after this fight, because it is a 0 for, I guess a 1 for 4, but your PA doesn't die, your Tinker doesn't die, and this is where the game really changed, right? Because Tinker had to use his buyback after this fight, and let's take a close look to see how they managed to find Tinker.
see the Tinker really like accessing the backline with the Bara, but like you said, right, the false promise just
enabling
so
the Pudge
much
to
work.
blink right after getting so much hit, and that one clutch and also the hook.
Yeah, but of course the best MVP. Without him, I think Ajax would have went down long ago. He was able to get the false promise up before he died, so really a lot of focus there, and this is where Ajax just be like, you know what? Let's go round 2.
Yeah, that was a really decisive jump as well there. And with this, congratulations to the team developers for getting this victory of this series.
Yeah, I mean Team LOA just able to close out the game in a very convincing fashion against Team Palo in day 1, the clash of Alpha Beta. Of course, there's more for Team LOA for tomorrow and the day after that. Hopefully the challenges will pose more of a threat. But let's bring Panda back onto the desk, because I am certain that she has a lot of thoughts on how the Pudge mid just won the game. Are you entertained and are you impressed?
That Pudge mid, oh my god, you guys! I thought Team Paulo really had it. They did. I believe they could actually have won that game. Not even kidding. They definitely could have, but they made such clumsy mistakes. Dying 1 by 1, that's something you don't do in a team game. Would you do that? It's like the words. I mean, you wouldn't just stay there and form, right? They were dying 1 by 1. Tinker was really good though. He was all over the place. He was doing his job. Pudge beyond godlike, I have nothing to say. I told you I hate Pudge mid, and well, you said it a lot of times. I hate that hero when it's mid. Now a lot of people are going to play Pudge mid. That guy's just super tanky, and then he had so much damage even after like wiping all of them out at the end. He's just going in. He has that much confidence.
Yeah,
he has that much confidence.
I mean,
like,
he's playing such a big game, right?
But that's the thing. I think they totally had a chance for comeback. This could have escalated to game 3, but the synergy was not there. Like, it's unfortunate, right? I don't want to say this, but it's you have to lay out the facts there. They could have they won so many fights and they were actually doing a comeback. I'm like, yeah, this is the line I'm talking about. But then they land up like everybody else apart. They were like feeling so I don't know how that. Like, I was looking at the screen and the PA died. I'm like, what? How? What was he doing here, or what was she doing there? Like, it was so confusing how that part was not shown, but she just died. So yeah, it's difficult when your core dies. When you have a good fight and your core dies right after it, it's like, how do you're supposed to stick and just like push all over, right?
Yeah.
But then yeah, too much farming going on, and it just felt like another pub. I'm watching another pub game, and I would have been super mad. But yeah, both the teams tried. I mean, Team Paulo definitely tried their best. Team LOA, they were just all. This Pudge was on a rampage. He was going like a crazy person. Like, it's the one person you don't want to fight against.
Yeah, I mean, at one point we saw that after the top lane fight, there was actually some semblance of confidence on the side of Team Palo, right? They were actually making moves. They were actually engaging, killing off the supports. But man, that one fight, when after they just got that boost of confidence, completely got shattered by one false promise and a Pudge. So Pudge, crusher of dreams, demolisher of teams.
I just want that's very well said. I just want to know, Pinda, are you inspired to try a Pudge mid game?
Now I'm gonna do Pudge mid. Yeah, get the E-Blade going on and get the hooks going on. Usually when you have tournaments, you don't build up E-Blade on Pudge. But that Pudge was so cocky. He was so confident. He was like, nah, man, I got this. I'm going to go E-Blade straight away. Because E-Blade is super expensive, right? And you don't usually see E-Blade. You don't see a lot of E-Blades on Pudge mid. In my experience, at least. They go for safer items. But this Pudge was just on fire, and it's like not just that. Early on game, the Slaughter and the Grim, like I said, the combo was way too good. They harassed that PS so much, it was actually unbelievable. Like, but late game, I was like, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. This Tinker is gonna do stuff, right? He did do his job. He did everything he could. He was pushing out, but I think the rest of the team was all over the place, all over the map. They were just dying one by one, which is not something that you would like to see, especially in a tournament. Like, you're supposed to get your synergy right, and then it was just like, and as soon as that PA died, I was like, wait, there's no hope. There's no hope at all. Like, it's not good. Like, it's your carry dying time again. It was not just once, not twice, it was thrice. I was watching the game, I was like, oh no. They could have won. This could have pushed to game 3, but yeah, congratulations to Team LOA. They had a fantastic performance, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the game devs, they definitely are not messing around. Of course, this is just the first hurdle. We have 2 more days of the EPIC LA battle, so more teams, more players are going to come in and try to challenge them and actually give them a run for their money, right? Showing them that, they can't be too complacent. They did show a bit of that in game 2 with the Punch Pig and the Meepo post 1. Almost didn't work out. But that we come to the end of the day. But before we go, right, and I just want to remind everyone out there, and of course you, Pinda, because I know you love all these stuffs, that we have a giveaway. And remember, go to the link in the description below because you can stand a chance to win 10 beta capsules right now for LOA. And for those who are interested to know what LOA is, my prince, do let them know what it is.
I mean, it's a game, it's a mobile NFT game that is inspired by Dota 2 and also League of Legends. It's very similar to what you're seeing in all these traditional mobile games. You could kind of imagine it like a NFT Mobile Legends, I guess. Yeah, but I'm sure that this is those kind of game that even if you lose, you don't feel so bad because you're actually earning through every single game that you play. So do definitely check out LOA, because they are dropping themselves at Q3 of this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Q3 is where testing starts. Official launch is going to be in 4th quarter. So before we sign off for the night, Pinda, any last words, any expectations for tomorrow?
I was like, NFT, everything. I was listening to what you're saying very carefully. I'm like, we should make a team.
Yeah,
we should definitely make a team.
She agrees with my proposal.
Like, this could be a beginning. Yeah, I think this could be something. Definitely, it's intriguing, and we should definitely venture into it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and this is us going in.
I make the calls, though.
Okay.
I make the calls. I'll be the captain.
We are the dual support here. You are fine.
Yeah,
you are
the mid laner. We are support players. I think we got a good team. We just need to find 2 more guys, and we are gonna be the next trailblazer of LOA. So
in that case, man, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna we're gonna lose so hard, but it's gonna be awesome. I think a lot of people are going to sign up. It's going to be competitive, and definitely Q3, right? Time is going to pass by like this, and then it's going to be there, and boom. And if that doesn't work out, guys, we have the NFT. Again, don't worry about it. We'll be smart about our investments. I think.
And with that being said,
I don't know about you guys, but
yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, we are definitely going to be a great team, but we gotta show you guys something. So behind the scenes, the game dev team, Team LOA, who just had a crushing 2-0. So we're gonna put them on the screen right now, and let's see who are the guys, who are the faces behind the scenes who gave us such a great game. This is it, your Team LOA, who were crushing it in both games, and of course we were able. We had the luxury to see them when they were put under pressure. Like everyone just synchronizing their water drinking movement. When they lost a team fight, but they were able to recover from that.
Yeah.
So that's
all I would just like to know is who is the one playing Punch. Can you have a raise of hand?
Yeah, we are looking for the Punch player.
Yeah. So that right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the guy to go down. If you guys want to challenge this dude that is showing a lot of skills to us today, make sure you guys tune into the next 2 days of stream, because we got a lot more prizes to give away, and we have a lot more good Dotas on our way.
I'm pretty sure Pinda is gonna drop him a DM very soon. Like, how do I play Punch mid?
No, I was gonna be like, give me a card, we'll play, we'll queue at the same time. You be in the enemy team, I'm gonna report you. That was what I was gonna do. I'm not gonna learn how to play Punch mid. Are you kidding me? Do you know how toxic that is? You don't see a lot of that. And yeah, sure, it's a great hero now that everyone has seen it. How that Punch was all around. He was going around so much. He was roaming around like crazy, and he was actually carrying it. Like, Meepo was struggling a bit. You guys saw that, right? He was struggling a bit. Tinker was all around. But that Punch has no dam. He has no dam at all. He gets that E-Blade, and he's on a rampage. Beyond godlike on a Punch mid. That's the first time I've seen it. God. Can we see the SETI? No. We shouldn't. No. I'm actually thinking, oh God, no. But yeah, tonight, I'm gonna Punch rampage. I'm gonna spam Punch mid. I got it now. That's what I'm gonna do right after this stream. Punch mid.
We can definitely see that you're kind of on the fence, right? You don't want to play Punch, but then you want to Punch rampage. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow whether you have actually played Punch. But with that being said, we are gonna officially sign off for the day. There's more to come for Wednesday and Thursday at the same time, 7 p.m. So more teams will challenge our game developers to see if they can get a crack at least drawing blood from these guys, because I think that these guys might look innocent, but they actually pack a punch, and I want to see them really getting pushed to the limits. Until then, we will sign off for the night. Thank you very much for being here, Pinda, Panda, and of course, I'm Husky.
Thanks, guys.
This is Arthur. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, same time, 7 p.m. Good night and goodbye.